The IED that blew the truck was a 20-pound propane cylinder packed with explosive. We ended up losing, that was Wahlberg.
A young guy was just bleeding out. We tried everything. He ended up dying. No. It's tough.
Hello.
Oh, wow. Hey, Nick.
What's up?
Welcome to another edition of Supernatural Talk. And tonight, we actually have a guest.
Hi.
Ladies
It's not
and
just our mouths going.
please welcome Mary Lynn Bass. She is from Horn Paranormal, just outside of Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas. Welcome, Mary Lynn.
Thank you for having me.
It's our pleasure to have you here. And the person who is responsible for you being on the show herself isn't on the show.
She's on, but she's not on.
Right, she's
Yes.
not on just yet. But we do get the pleasure of seeing her little fishies back there in the background.
They could be the substitute as guests.
Hey, Rich.
What's up, Rich? What's going on?
Hello, Antone. So, Mary Lynn, tell us about yourself. Tell us about your team.
Well, I am with Horn Paranormal. They are out of actually right in Sturgis, South Dakota. So I am the lead psychic medium for the team, and I'm also an intuitive artist. And the reason I'm on the show today is because I'm wanting to kind of talk about, you just saw the commercial for Sacred Mountain. What that is we are working with them it's a nonprofit veterans and first responders and Gold Star families. So any proceeds that we raise from this event will go with them. So during the event, we have myself, I'll be there doing my intuitive course. Like I said, I'm an artist, so I connect with people and do paintings for them based on what's going on with them. And then I also do the readings, and then we're going to be doing gallery readings while we're there. And then we do have Katie Stafford is with Supernatural Inc. He was on the travel channels, 28 Days Haunted. And then we have Miranda Young, the ghost biker. She's coming with us as well. And then we have Josh Purvis, who's with Searchers. So yeah, Miranda is a sweetheart. So I can't wait to hang out with her again. I was actually at the Scott County Jail with her. That's she's co-owner there.
Yep. Is Chris going to be with her?
I don't think so. I think it's just her this time.
Because I met her at OSPH
Okay.
for Joel Goss's memorial a couple of years ago. But yeah, I love Miranda.
Sweetheart, yeah. So we did the Scott County Jail, and I actually got to meet Chris as well. So she jumped in real quick and then left. I think she had just hurt her foot, so she was having trouble walking.
Chris is extremely intelligent. Boy, is that woman intelligent.
And it turns out I'm actually friends with her on Facebook.
I know I'm friends with Miranda as well.
Yeah, now Chris has got a sugar skull that kind of goes with her logo for Ghost Sisters, I think. And my friend Donald made that as a REM pod. He made it for her, and then Miranda decorated it for her.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, because I saw she had posted on Facebook that she's taking a trip, and the skull was right in the middle of all of her luggage.
Yep.
So that was cool.
I'm trying to find a picture of that skull to see if I can put it up on here, but no such luck yet.
Let me see. I know I can find it. Hold on.
So while you're looking at that, so Horn Paranormal, it's Horn Paranormal Research. So Scott is our R&D person. He actually develops equipment for us. So he's doing SLS cameras, and right now he's got a special going and working with Searchers, and so he does equipment for them. So they do the giveaways and stuff like that with Josh Purvis. So with them doing that, I'm going to show you what I have. I have a REM pod in Chucky.
Oh,
Oh, wow. Holy cow. I love it. I love it.
Oh, yeah, he's full size.
Wow.
So Kim actually crochets these, and Scott actually hooks them up and gets them going. And then he does all kinds of other stuff as well.
That's amazing.
There it is.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
see, he made
You broke
Miranda
up. I
one
didn't
of
hear what you
those.
said.
He made Miranda one of those, and it was custom made, and it's a motorcycle on the stand, and that was tricky to turn that into a REM pod.
Oh, wow. That would be cool.
This makes me think of Day of the Dead.
Yeah, really.
And I said her team name wrong.
It has that like Mexican kind of look to it. Day of the Dead. Yeah.
It's Soul Sisters, and that's the name of her team, Soul Sisters.
Right. Because her and her sister are twins.
Chucky.
Right.
Because why not pod Chucky?
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
I just be worried if something were to take him and start making him chasing everybody around.
Like with a knife or something.
Right.
Well, I didn't want to see that part, but thank you, Nick. But that is pretty cool, though.
Yeah.
Just put a butcher knife in his hand.
Right.
Yeah.
I can probably make him hold one.
Eileen's sharing my idea.
Make sure all your knives are accounted
Secure?
for before you put Chucky into.
But it's awesome y'all are doing that. I mean, so many people helping veterans now. That is such an amazing thing.
Yeah, so what we're doing is, like for me, for Horn Paranormal, we're doing all of our time and everything is donated to them. So even the proceeds from all my paintings and all that stuff will also go to help support the cause.
I wish we'd have known you a year ago, because we had an event called the Paranormal Giving Tree, where we had
really?
multiple locations donate their building for one night and give free investigations to veterans.
Oh, wow. Well, if you do something like that again, keep us in mind.
Definitely will.
Hey, Rich, I know you're in Oklahoma, but what teams do you know and recommend in the Texas area?
Oh, well, we're waiting for that. I got to share what Robert just said. Now, Ash from Evil Dead with a REM pod chainsaw on the arm would be extraordinary. That would be seriously badass. I would love that.
Make it to where only the chainsaw itself goes off or something.
Yeah.
So you just seeing it move.
Yeah. Yeah, not the other parts of his body, only the chainsaw.
Yeah.
That's going to be Brad's next thing. He's going to 3D print.
Yeah, so when he does the it takes probably about 16 to 20 hours to do the doll.
You know what? You know what? It should go like at the highest level. You should at least have like Ash Elite speak groovy. Like
I don't know if it's my connection, but everybody's freezing.
You're kind of lagging.
You're frozen on our end.
Yeah. Oh, and Eileen, here's your answer from Rich.
Yeah.
I know a couple, Eileen. I'll message you. I just don't want to say the ones I don't recommend.
Well, it's her that's kind of looking.
Oh, okay. Well, I have a list.
Michael Kopp has a group.
Are you still with us?
Nope, we lost her.
Uh-oh, we just lost
She'll
her.
come back on.
Yeah, I did tell her about
it's the connection. It's probably the connection.
No, I wonder.
Animatronic.
It didn't look like she had any storms over there.
Well, but sometimes just the internet, especially in even high heat, will slow your internet down. It wasn't like she was kind of lagging a little bit.
Yeah. I kind of noticed that from the beginning. I mean, there were times that we could still hear her perfectly, but the picture kept freezing.
Yeah. But right now, I'm seeing nothing weather-wise except for extreme heat.
Well, that's what I say. That will affect our signals.
Well, we seem to have things playing tricks here. You sure you two are ready?
Well, I've already been there in the heat and in the cold. And
Oh, no. I'm talking about in the house. I've
been in the house.
No. This is much more active. I got Nate here, which I'm sure he brought his own shit, but I got him here, and he has this little Nintendo Switch that he does something with. I don't even know. Anyway, he went and got a game for it and come back, and he says, the Nintendo Switch is not where I left it. I'm like, yeah, well, you walked around the whole house, whatever. And he goes, no, you don't understand. It was in Andrew's old room. I said, excuse me? Nobody's in there. What? And this is like just one of so many things that. So now we're hoping that maybe that $10 that he lost last year when he was here will pop up too.
Rich, I told her about Ashley.
There, you can say hi. We don't have a guest right now.
So it sounds like me and Rich are on the same page of who to talk to.
Hey, Jeremy.
Hey.
Hello.
Oh. Hello.
Does he look anything like his mama? Well, why are you doing that? You can stand up just fine, and your head is still there.
Okay, I thought that it wasn't.
Yeah, he's just hiding behind the network banner.
Yeah,
that's
right.
This is so nice. Like, he is like night and day from what we've had. Night and day.
Dude, we're a little ticked off. So this whole summer, we've had to have my son at football practice like at 6 something in the morning. This week he has to be at football practice at 5 something, like 5:15 in the morning. We got his schedule today. They don't have him in football.
Hey, what's up, Kate?
You want to talk about being ticked off? So we're fighting. We're trying to get that schedule changed for school because I'm like, we have not gone all summer and not and doing all this with football and not have him in football.
Turn sideways again.
Who?
You. Turn sideways again. Holy hell.
Oh.
Wait, I don't get
Straight
it.
back the other way.
The white up here is
right there.
glowing.
Oh, that's what you guys. Okay, I see it now. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Here we go.
It's the eyeshadow. Oh, hold on. You can't see it. It's the eyeshadow.
It's just like
eyeshadow.
glowing.
For a second there, you were looking like the Borg.
Right there. Yep.
Welcome back, Marilyn.
Thank you. I'm on my phone now. For some reason, I lost connection to my computer.
I told him sometimes these extreme heats will mess with internet reception too.
Yep.
So we got you a few more names. Ashley Storm is with Profoundly Paranormal. Michael, the same names that I told you about.
I thought Ashley.
Oklahoma.
No, she had Broken Bow Asylum in Oklahoma, which she just had her farewell, I think this weekend. But she actually lives in Texas.
Oh well.
Really?
Last time I heard that of where she was originally, I thought she lived in nearby Louisiana.
No, she lives an hour north of Dallas Fort Worth, something like that.
Okay.
I'll have to see if I can get her.
She is cool. Ashley, I love me some Ashley. She's like 6'1".
Jeez, that's almost as tall as I am. Holy cow!
Yeah.
I didn't realize she was that.
There's Connie.
I didn't
Have you been to Old Park Hotel?
Yeah, I don't Don't know what you put there, Connie.
You froze back
It's
up.
probably a Jeff.
There, we got a kissy from Connie.
So,
Oh, is that the same
I'm
Connie? Hold on, that might not be.
looking
Hold
at
on.
the banner that you have for the Spirits of Deadwood. So what kind of different packages are you offering here? Because I'm seeing
Oh, that's
VIP
enough, yeah.
packages, meet and greet, intuitive paintings, which I think that's what you do, right?
Yes, let me open that up so that way I can give you the exact what it is. Because we
And you
also
actually have 3 locations in this thing?
yes, so we actually have the talent who's on the poster. We're going to be staging at the 3 different locations. We have the Bullock Hotel, the brothel, and then we also have the Fairmont. So the packages that we have will be staying at the Bullock. And so we have that pretty much, they've locked it down just for this event. So all of the rooms will go to whoever is in the event. So no public access. And then so we're going to be staging them at each one of the locations. And then so we'll have groups of people as we're doing the investigations going from location, and then they'll switch as well. So that way you investigate with everybody at every location.
Okay. How close are these 3? How close are they to each other?
They are literally within walking distance. So say the Bullock is here, you get right across. Easy access, so we will not have to drive. I'm getting
her connection's breaking up again.
Can you hear me now?
We can.
Now we can. Yeah,
we're still frozen.
Go.
Hi, Jeff.
Okay, so we're also looking at the Mount Moriah Cemetery where Calamity Jane is buried. So we're looking at probably doing a tour there. And what's cool is that night, on Friday night, I believe it is the full moon. So we're trying to get a tour during the full moon. So that would be cool.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
So let me get the.
Do you want to put the flyer back up since we have more people? Do you want to put a flyer back up so they can see what we're talking about for people who missed it in the beginning?
That is actually what I am working on.
No, it's not. Don't sit there and lie.
And I'm trying to get to my pricing so that way I can share it.
Well, I had to get it onto the StreamYard so that I can show it.
Right.
And for those who have not, I can only really vouch for Miranda. If y'all have not investigated with Miranda Young, the ghost biker, she is awesome.
She's done.
Katie Stafford is the only one that I'm really familiar with.
Well, wait. Well, it's funny. Like I said, I'm only familiar with Miranda. Now she's down in Tennessee, if I'm correct, right?
Yes.
I am having connection.
Yeah, she's freezing up again.
Is she? Okay.
We're good, Goat. How are you? TGIT? Because it's my Friday?
Oh, no, it's already Friday because we're off work, so got a plan for tomorrow.
That's me too.
No, any of these people, I've heard of them, which I do not go on what I've heard of, because you hear all kinds of things in this field, obviously.
Well, I will tell you, Miranda is one of the sweetest. She is super talented with drawing. She just very all around good person.
Good.
She's co-owner, like we were talking about earlier, in Scott County Jail out in I think it's Chattanooga. I can't remember.
Okay, Mary Lynn is trying to get back on.
She is. Yeah, the connection's really messing things up.
At least it's someone else this week, not me.
Usually it's supposed to be you, though.
Hey, it's not me right now. I mean, it might be in 30 minutes.
Oh, Connie's actually on. Hey, Connie.
That's what I was saying. That's why I was asking her if she's ever been to Old Park Hotel.
I thought you were talking to.
I was talking to Mary. I was talking to her, but I was
Yep.
talking.
Yeah. I thought you were talking to her, and I didn't look at comments till just now. Connie, I miss you. We have not had location owners who have been, well,
If any of our viewers have not ever been to Old Park Hotel, not only is the location just out of this world, it's actually a very reasonable price location. You can stay the night there and have two awesome owners, which I always, every time I try to say Dan or Connie, I'm always like Donnie because it's like it all comes out at once.
they are. They both. I mean, they didn't know us. Well, they knew people I was with, but
And
They
we
didn't
need
know
to
me
bring
from
back
Adam.
on the show too sometime.
and they were so nice.
Yeah, you know what? And I remember, I think some people were actually requesting me that, like when it comes to the Old Park Hotel, that they wanted me to do a Nick Files episode in that place. But well, Jeremy knows this already. I'm finally taking a well-deserved break for making all these presentations. I mean, I am working on one final one, but aside from that, I need a break. And you know what? The last place I'm working on, it's actually down in your area, Eileen. It's the Natchez Trace.
Oh yeah, I can help you with that some areas if you want to.
Right now, I
Anything
got a
new?
lot to cover, but yeah, I'll let you know if I
Well,
need it.
like Bud actually wrote a book, The Haunted Natchez Trace.
I saw that actually when I was doing my Google search on it.
Here we go.
Okay, here she's back.
Try this again.
Okay, now it looks good.
Great.
So if you
So
want to reach out to him, he can probably help you out too.
That would be great.
I bet he could. Anything new going on with this goat? Just our investigation next weekend, which I cannot wait.
I'm so excited for it.
Yeah, it's
I hate I can't go.
why can't you go?
Well,
Oh,
because
because she has this thing called responsibilities and a job that seems to not be able to do without her.
well, and I mean, and Saturday nights normally we have darts, so I'm trying
Darts
to.
are more.
You and your
Are you
darts.
kidding me
Your
right
darts. We could
Are
probably
you
play darts
right
over there.
now? You lost your damn mind. You can throw darts at Zach's rear end.
Why did I get the singing feeling you were going to say something like that, Adrian?
I was trying to decide who I was going to name.
Well, I wouldn't miss like I do at rail darts.
And the downside would be what?
Oh no, is he insured?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, life insurance.
Then immediately after that investigation, you got Waverly Hills coming up.
Yeah.
Really looking forward.
I wish I could go back there again, but it just would not be the same without the same tour guides there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we can go a little bit further and go see Ernie and Denise.
I'm going to be
I'm
going.
actually going to Waverly Hills on Sunday just to be able to do the tour. So I could not get the investigation, but doing the tour just to check it out.
Well, what is it? What is it?
Fort Duffield.
Yeah,
Because
Fort
you
Duffield.
should see when they're having tours of that because it's not far from Waverly.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I'm going to be there for a work event. So I'm going in on Saturday and then leaving on Wednesday.
No?
Because how far away is that from Waverly?
No, I want to say about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
It's in West Point.
So what was the name of that?
Fort
Fort
Duffield.
Duffield in West Point, Kentucky.
Do
And
you
I'm
have
actually-
Ernie?
I'll
Ernie
send
or-
you the link to the page.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay,
gonna say
thank you.
if you have Ernie or Denise Pack on your page, they manage that location.
Okay.
They're amazing. They are beautiful people. They really are.
And I actually spoke to them a few days ago because in the future I'm actually going to be doing an episode of Nick Files on Fort Duffield, which was in fact was actually one of the last locations I was going to cover before I was going to take my break. So I already have it on my list.
That's cool.
What we were talking about, have you ever been to Old Park Hotel in Ballinger,
Joanne?
Texas?
I have not.
Oh, you gotta
Uh-huh.
go there. It's very reasonably priced and you can stay the night.
Okay.
That was my first paranormal experience. That place is amazing. If you go there, ask for Killin' Jim Miller. Just careful he follows you home.
And we'll tell you what room to stay in, because you can take a group. We'll tell you what room to stay in.
Okay.
Any of them. Any of them.
They got a Bonnie and Clyde room because Connie, if you're still on, tell me if I'm wrong. I think Bonnie has stayed there before with
Hello,
Bonnie
Carl.
and Clyde. And then they got a doll room that, man, them dolls are something else.
Carl.
Okay, so let's get back to
Yeah.
to this here. So is this the first time you're doing an event like this, or is this an annual thing?
This is their first, hopefully, annual event. So we're just looking to see how it goes. And then if it happens, then it may be a continual thing. But this is the first time they're doing something to this caliber. And nobody's investigated Deadwood on a scale such as this. They do have groups around, but they're individual locations. So this is going to be something that they've not done before. So it'll be the first event that they've held for paranormal.
Awesome.
Nice.
What's some of the history behind these locations, or can you tell?
So for me, I don't know the history personally because I don't live there. And that's something that we do have the brothel. The lady that's there is actually part of the historical. They do a lot of the history. And the Bullock Hotel will actually go through the history on that as well because I don't know it. Unfortunately, I don't know that part of it yet.
Well, and you probably don't need to with you being a psychic. Well, you're a psychic and a medium.
Yes.
You probably don't need to know it because
You
you
don't want
to
to.
paint yourself.
Yeah, I go in whenever I do these. I try not to look at the history on them because I want to go in and feel what's there. I'll go and walk around before they even do the tour, so that way I can see and get the hot spots for me, and then go and just say, "Hey, we need to go here." So yeah, I don't like to hear the history on it.
Okay, that's fair enough. Let's see. Okay, so I think you were trying to explain the different packages for this event before you ended up getting cut off.
So what I do is I have in the video that you did at the very beginning, we show the kind of a quick snippet of a sponsor sheet and then also the event pricing. So I do have that. So we do have people who are local. If they go in and they just want to purchase the individual tickets, they'll be investigating 3 locations with the celebrities, and that's going to be $75. And then we have, that's just general admission. And then we have the Friday and Saturday night hotel packages. Saturday night, there'll be dinner and investigations. The dinner is with, everybody will be there. So for individuals, it's $600, and that includes the rooms that you're going to be staying in. And that's for 2 people. And for 2 people, I'm sorry, is $800, $600 for one person. So that's a 2-night stay with the investigation. So that is a really good deal because right now Sturgis is going on, and they have the rooms are about $400 to $500 per night. So we've actually, the Bullock is working with us and has given us a really good rate to be able to get this going. And then the VIP packages we have for individuals is $1,000. And that one, the hotel package is for Friday and Saturday. It is a private dinner with the talent. They'll have cocktails, meet and greet. And then also I'll be doing a gallery reading for the VIP packets. So they'll have their own private gallery. And then we're also doing a private tour of the location. And then Saturday night, that packet also includes the dinner and then investigating the 3 locations. But part of this too, I'm also doing a intuitive pour that will be for each of the individuals, so they'll get their own painting.
Now, will you actually be on location here, or will you be doing this remote?
Nope, I will be there. I'm going in ahead of time, and I'll be there for about 2, possibly 3 weeks for this, and just getting set up and just hanging out. So, but I'll be doing the pours on site, so that way everybody can see them. And of course, because it's wet paint, it's going to take a little bit for it to dry. So they'll have to come back and get it the next day. So I'm doing those on Saturday.
Okay.
So tell us about the paintings. What is it?
So for me, it's intuitive pours. I actually just started doing kind of acrylic painting. I went to a sip and wine and said, and I had fun with it. We were doing the paintings, and that got me saying, hey, I'm going to try this. So it was something that I actually found that I was pretty good at it. So I just continued with that. And then I kept seeing videos and stuff on them doing paint pours. I was like, that is so much paint, so much waste. I have to try to see if I can do it without so much waste. You can't. It's a waste. But I started seeing that whenever I was doing the paintings, it turned out fun because I had Kim, part of my team, was actually in New Orleans. And while I was doing a paint pour, I was thinking really hard because I was like, I wish I was there because I was supposed to go, but I couldn't go. So they were at the Marie Laveau house. I didn't know where she was at. But as I was thinking of her, I didn't know where she was. I did the pour, and this creature came out in the pour. And so I took a picture of it, sent it to her, and she was standing outside the Marie Laveau house. And come to find out, the picture looked like a witch in a cloak. And then also part of it shows a guy with a tooth and holding a staff, and it looked like a snake. Oh, and wow. This is just the natural pour of the way it goes onto there because I pour the paint and then tilt it or blow it. And it was just naturally there. So come to find out, at the Marie Laveau house, they had I don't remember, Balthazar, that's his name, was there. Yes. He is, you know who he is?
Yes.
So he's actually leads the vampire league down there. So
wow.
It looked like a vampire. And when he came walking up, he was holding a staff with a snake on the end. I poured this the day before.
Yeah, because he works at he also works at the, was it Voodoo Authentica?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. So just that kind of got me started doing my intuitive paintings. So, because it's like I connected with her, and then I just started saying, okay, well, I'm going to think about this person, and things just started coming in. And another friend of mine, they do a podcast as well. And I was listening to them doing the pour. I took the picture of it, and it looked to me like the picture of a deer. You could see the horns and everything. And then when he looked at it, he said it looked like a dragon to him because it looked like it had scales. But I can't determine what's going to come out in the pictures. It's what happens. So as I'm concentrating on that person, that's how it works for me.
Nope, I'll stick to what nope. Nope. I'd make something that's like, oh, so that looks like somebody's rear end.
Oh, no.
Just Zach's rear
well,
end.
I was doing the podcast and doing a bunch of them, and one of my friends actually started taking pictures of circling, and she was saying, there's some man parts on there.
That mean that one came out.
Does that mean I'm getting lucky tonight?
Right.
I gotta give Todd a message.
I see that.
Yeah, I see Todd there.
Gotta give Todd a message.
The Todd.
I saw you keep doing that.
Todd, yeah.
If you were doing it for somebody.
Yeah, but he will never be the Todd.
Right.
He is now because Jeremy just said it.
Yeah.
He's the Todd.
And I saw Denise chimed in, and that the fort we were telling you about, that they manage that. So
Okay.
Okay, somebody screenshot this.
Well, we all know that's sarcastic.
Nope, it's never sarcastic.
Oh yeah, no, Todd is never sarcastic.
The Todd is never sarcastic.
We need to take another Plano trip.
Well, if y'all come to Texas, let me know. I'll come meet y'all.
All right.
You know what? You guys don't know this, but I actually got an invitation coming down to Texas in October, but only problem is I'm not sure how I can really get down there because, I mean, no joke. I mean, it was, oh man, I already forgot his name, but they were doing some Dogman convention, I think, somewhere in Texas, and it was actually the result of my video. He watched it, and he asked me if I'd be interested in being a guest at their event down in Texas. It was in White Settlement, Texas.
Oh, okay.
So Yeah, but again, I just don't know how I can get down there. I seriously, I'd love to go if I was able to.
Even come from Illinois, and yeah, I said it right. I'm not picking on you yet.
You mean
You
you're
will
going to Illinois?
honestly- Illinois?
In an
It will take you. I mean, how many hours does it take to get from one side of Texas to the other? I think it's like 15 hours from one side to the
well,
other.
it depends on who's driving. I can make it in about 13.
My husband probably makes it about 13.
Yeah.
See, I
Josh
like
Turner.
that one. Oh, I love Robert. Robert, I love
hey,
you.
hey, Robert, hey, watch it. Watch it.
Right,
You better
Jen?
watch it.
I like
John.
him.
Actually, he's right because they teach us in school there's no noise in Illinois. He's right.
See, Jen's
was-
Jen's on board with me.
I don't know if you
I'm
know
the
this.
jokester of the group, by the way, if you haven't figured that one out.
I don't know
Oh,
if you know
that-
who this is.
Is that what we call it these days?
We'll just go with that.
well, you know what? Another thing that you should probably know about her is not only she's a joker, she's also 24.
Times 3.
Hey.
Yes, I believe I do. It was. I don't know if you know who this is, Mary. Josh Turner. That's the one. He was. He invited me to go to his event.
Josh Turner, I don't know. I don't know a lot of the paranormal people around here because I really got more into paranormal whenever I was in Vegas. And then just coming back here, that's why I was kind of reaching out to groups here in Texas. And they were not, like I said, not very responsive. So it was just want to hang out.
I think he lives more, if I'm correct, I think he might live more closer to the Austin area.
Oh, okay. Down near
That's a
Waco.
good drive.
Yeah.
Jen.
See, there's a reason Jen and I are buddies.
Here we go.
And Ohio is also quiet too, apparently, what Jeff is saying.
Quiet or quiet? Come on now. We're fixing it. We
This
just
is
got
from the
hit.
Aussie. Come on.
All right, do we have a new Facebook user? Or is that still the go on the last one?
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's
I
still
think
Jeff.
that's still Jeff.
Yep, that's still Jeff.
Oh, okay. He just said hi again, so I just didn't know if it was a new one or if it was still Jeff.
Since I don't have the chat pulled up. So I'll have
Yes, Lauren. I just looked at it. Lauren. Oh my! You guys got to see this when you have a chance. She made this.
And
She did a paint pour on a glass case that you guys got to see.
Who, Lauren did?
Yeah, she did.
Is that the skulls?
No. It's a glass
Okay.
case. It's a glass case that she did.
Okay.
and Mary Lynn, who is it? Anton? Is it Anton?
Anton.
He said that he's from he lives outside of Fort Worth.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
think
I
he
don't have
was-
the chat pulled up. So I
Yeah.
don't
Because
see
you're on your phone, yeah.
A
Okay.
vase, that's what it is.
Okay.
I haven't tried doing a pour on a vase yet, but I'm thinking about that.
Lauren
Yeah.
is amazing with her art.
You got to see her art that she does. Now she doesn't. She lives up in Virginia, but she makes all these incredible paintings. And now, yeah, this first time I've ever seen her show me a vase that she did.
Lauren, I need you to resend me that picture because I lost it on my Facebook page. When I lost my Facebook page, I lost that picture. If you still have it.
So while we're waiting on her, oh my gosh. So most of y'all know him as the Rev. He's not the Rev anymore. Let's
Oh, he's not.
But anyway, he's got 2 books, one of them which we had to start with, this one. But since his show, he's got that one out.
Well, when did this one come out?
This one just recently came out, and it tells the rest of the story that wasn't told on the other on the show.
Which one?
The ones
Eileen?
that we used as our Facebook profile pages on our Facebook profiles that you sent us that you did for each one of
Yeah.
us.
Okay.
Those were
Yeah, I'll
good.
definitely share it at some point, Lauren. I will.
Oh, hi, dog.
Okay, let me. How did you get into the intuitive paintings? Had you always been painting, or is this something that you just recently picked up, or how did that come about?
I literally just started doing the paint pours probably about 7-8 months ago, and then just started doing acrylic painting about a year ago. Didn't know that I could even do it, just picked it up and started trying it, and I enjoy it and actually do pretty good. So, but on the intuitive, it was literally probably 3-4 months ago was when I did the first intuitive paint.
Okay.
Getting petted.
And how is that working out for you so far?
Really well. I do have a lot of people that'll reach out to me, and they'll either send me a picture, or I talk to them while I'm on the phone, or video with them and while I'm doing it, and then I show them a picture of it and send it over to them.
So how much do you, I'm sure because of it does cost in supplies and time, how much does something like that normally run?
Well, on general, probably the 8x8 is about $45. And while I'm doing it, I'm also kind of doing a mini reading for them as well. So they get that while we're talking. So that's with me connecting with them, and that's how it kind of comes through on the paintings.
So do you have like a separate like Facebook account for all this, or does everybody just go to your Facebook account, your personal?
I'm trying to get everything set up. I do have a web page that I just started, but it is on my personal website or Facebook, Mary Lynn Bass. I just have everything there for right now. So I do have others that connect to it, but I just post everything there. And then my website is Art by Mary Lynn.
All right.
Trying to make that easy.
Do you want to put that up there so people can click on her website?
That's what I'm working on now.
And I am in the
we're so in sync, Jeremy. So in sync today. What is wrong with us?
I think we got problems, Eileen.
I mean, we're like vibing here.
Jeremy, I just got one thing to say about that. If you guys are somehow like connect to this, my only response is
the funny thing is you can always see half of that because your background. Thank you very much.
Hey, Nick, think of this.
What the hell is that? I don't even know what that was.
You're supposed to read my mind.
God.
See, the Todd feels terrible for you too.
Look, you're way too close to someone. One of my coworkers shoots, or my assistant, she shoots darts with me now. So we walked outside, and someone was outside, so weren't gonna have the conversation. But I looked at her, and she said, and I gave her a different look, and she goes, nah. I gave her a different look. We had a whole conversation just with looking at each other. I said, you know you're in sync when you can.
I do that with Jan all the time.
Who's this? Is this still the goat, or who is this, Jeremy?
Yeah, that's Jeff.
So,
hey, Jeff, I gave you that link for StreamYard/Facebook. If you go there and click on something, it'll enable Facebook or StreamYard to display your name.
We won't have to keep asking who you are.
Yeah.
So, Mary Lynn, are you more, I know they blend together, so don't get me wrong there. But do you do more with your readings and your psychic and your mediumship, or are you more on the paranormal side and let that come to play in that?
It's actually kind of balances both. I do the readings whenever people are asking for those, but whenever I'm at location, I do the investigations and then just kind of let that feel as well. So for me, it's kind of 50-50 for both. So I try to keep that balanced.
Gotcha.
So we're gonna, she's actually gonna be reading while we're live at the Abbey. So it's gonna be interesting when she gets there.
Yeah, because I can do remote viewing.
Hopefully, the internet connection will work out.
I say, my friend Beth and
there.
Chrissy, they'll do a lot of remote viewing. Like every investigation I go on,
Yeah.
they're with me via phone, and they always do the remote viewing every time we get ready to do a walkthrough. Just kind of give me a heads up if I need to be careful.
Right. So do you do any? That's my biggest question is, do you do any kind of protection when you go on your investigations?
I mean, I do say a prayer before and after, and then of course I don't use sage as much, but I use palo.
Okay.
And then just talk to them before leaving.
Good.
Selenites, my friend.
There you go. So I also make a sage spray. So if people can't burn it, the sage spray, I carry that with me, and I'll do that around and let everybody use it if they want it.
There's actually a lady, and of course, it's intent.
It is.
Good night, Goat.
Rita Strugolo that was on that show with the Rev. Oh, Sean.
It just comes out.
It does. I've known him as a Rev for too long. She actually sent me a spray, and it's the reason she sent it is for children.
Oh, okay.
To help protect children while we're investigating, because we all know we're not going to get that answer that night. We're just not. And yes, Rita is the most giving, loving person. And she sent it to me, and she sent me the recipe. Said all I ask is never sell it. I never will.
Right.
But I'll probably never be rich enough to buy all the ingredients for this thing. But I've still got that thing. And anytime we have a child in an investigation, or even a adult that I know is in serious danger.
Right.
It smells like cinnamon.
Oh, okay.
Of course, it has a whole lot more, but it smells like cinnamon. And, if this next time we leave there, I'm taking that, because I'm not so sure that something didn't come home that last time.
Oh, that's not good. So what you might want to do is just add a little bit to it. I put crystals inside of mine, and I would use that to kind of help charge it. Just put some crystals in there that work for you. Like you said, selenite. I would put selenite in there for you to be able to use that, because you can charge that up and make it stronger.
That last time we came home, it was just so strange, because this place has had a lot of exorcisms happen there.
Oh, okay.
And because, it's Catholic Church.
Right.
And they have I didn't realize this till the man telling us, there's a plaque outside, and it had symbols in it, and it had like the cross, but it had it had the 4 things. I said, what is that? He said, this is saying, and it was in another language anyway. It was saying, all that are expelled from here stay here in the grounds.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, okay. And I didn't think anything about it. I'm just one that's like, whatever. If something happens, happens. If it don't, it don't. Whatever. I got home, and all I could smell was blood.
Oh.
And I thought, my car keys smell like metal. So it's got to be my car keys. So I'm washing my hands. Still smell blood hours later. Like, all right, it's time to sage this place, because just in case. I don't really know what it was.
Right.
But I'm not taking that chance again.
You may have had something residual with you.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I went to the cemetery. I talked to the person that committed suicide there. I did everything.
Right.
So.
Now, I need to ask Jen something in the chat. Jen, did Rita like Jen, or did she like Anna? She knows what I mean.
She loved on Trinity the whole time. Okay.
Sounds like you're testing her.
I couldn't ask for a better person with Rita.
She liked John.
Okay, as long as it wasn't Anna. I'm picking on her about the show.
Who's on the table in the living room?
Oh, that's
Lauren,
odd.
send me a friend's request. I had to create a new Facebook account, and I don't even know who I've got on this new Facebook
The
account.
flamethrower was in my room.
She's not blonde. What?
So, you know that last
How is that
episode-
supposed to mean?
The last episode, Rich's show, she is Anna. So she's blonde, so I keep picking on her about it because I messaged her right away going, I think I like you better as a brunette. And
I
what
had a
was
question
Todd
all of
talking
a sudden
about up here?
Went away.
Oh wait. Oh, can you, Eileen? Yeah, I was wondering.
What were we talking about? I'm so beyond Todd. I don't even know what we were talking about.
You're adding her as a friend.
I was Anna in the story. Plus, I was there the whole time they were filming at the hotel.
Hey,
She's explaining why I said Anna.
Okay.
Okay.
Overheads.
Oh, so how long have you been doing all of this together? I know you said you just started doing the painting about 8 months ago. What about everything else? How long have you been doing this?
so as a psychic medium, I was 4 years old whenever my mother realized that I was speaking to somebody that was not there. So I was sitting out on the front porch, petting the cat and talking to the lady, and she kept asking me who I was talking to, and I described who it was. And so come to find out, we were renting a house that we had just moved into, and the neighbor that used to live there had moved across the street. It was her mother who had passed away, so she took over the mother's house, and we moved into her house. So it was her mother who was visiting and was talking to me. So because for the description that I was able to describe her, it was her mom.
So is this a family thing? Because it sounds like your mom wasn't like shocked or anything.
She wasn't shocked. My mom actually taught me how to read tarot cards whenever I was about 5 years old.
Okay, so it's a family.
It's
family
kind of a family. She didn't really get into a lot other than the tarot cards. And then she passed away whenever I was 19. So we didn't really get to establish a lot of that. So for me, it's all learning on my own. But getting into the paranormal part of it, it's kind of weird way I got into it because I'm also an author. I have 10 books published, paranormal fantasies. And so I wanted to kind of get into looking into the paranormal to see what people do when they're doing these investigations. So I joined a team in Las Vegas. And that's what actually got me started is like, hey, I can use my abilities to do this. So that was 14 years ago. So actually leading, doing investigations for the past 14 years. I was the lead investigator at Pioneer Saloon right outside of Las Vegas. They hold the lockdowns. It was featured on Ghost Adventures. So I was hosting those out there for a couple of years as well.
I almost went to the Pioneer Saloon a couple of years ago. Guy told me that I need to go check it out and said he'd be able to get me in there for free. But unfortunately, I just didn't have any time to get down there.
Yeah, they don't do those anymore. They've got new owners now, so they really don't promote the haunted part of it, but they do let people still investigate, but they've gotten kind of expensive with it.
Okay.
Hey, Adrian, your boyfriend's on.
Hi, honey. You ready to die tonight?
It's not a supernatural talk show unless we have a death threat from Adrian.
Hard high always.
Apparently you are because you keep running that mouth.
Well, I can help you talk to him if he is.
He's going to need it because I'm going to bury him with his rear end up so I can kick it every time I walk by.
Well, or better just throw darts at it.
Look, she asked what kind of show we were, and I was like, it's just all of us sitting around, just chit-chatting, like sitting in the living room.
She can't even say hello.
Of course you can't say hello because behind hello is So I see you're late again.
Your hello is different from her hello. Let's put it that way.
Here's I wanted to show this. I'm sure you've seen this already, Eileen. For Lauren, she was asking you about your account.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I told her to send me a new Facebook request.
You got so many accounts. Send her one so she knows which one.
You can only send so many friends requests a day, and I don't know who all's on my account anymore. So I just look and see who it recommends right now. So, because you can only send like 5 a day or something like that, 5, 10 a day.
Is that all? 5 or 10?
It's very limited because I don't send that many. It says you have reached your limit. I was like, okay, I haven't sent that many.
I have been getting a shitload the last couple of days.
Yeah, me
I'm
too.
talking to creepers.
Yeah, there are so many.
I'm not talking to anybody.
Yeah, it's like I can't keep up with all of them. There is just so many of them coming through.
These are people with like 200 mutual friends.
Well, here's the thing. Y'all made fun of me for having my Facebook jail account. That's what I got on, was my Facebook jail account.
Joanne's like, what did I miss, Eileen?
What did
Which part?
I got hacked while we were on live here. I was in the process of getting hacked, and I was trying to fight it with the 2-step authentication, and it blocked my account, saying we have locked your account so that no one will steal it or hack into it. So it was fine the next day, and then I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden my picture popped up. I was on the jail account, and my picture popped up. I was like, wait a second, but the name was different, so it got hacked.
Brad, and you wonder why you need to die. Boys, I'm gonna tell you what. That ghost box, I'm gonna tell you what. It's gonna be used. It's gonna have your name on it because, yeah.
You know what, Brad? Nobody did me anyway, so it wouldn't matter.
Lauren, I am still working on trying to add family, so family will actually still give me birthday presents. You can't
let those ghosts slip by.
We don't give birthday presents to people who lie about their age.
Well, I get invited by family to my crawfish boils. So I got to make sure that I can still get invited to crawfish boils and birthday presents. And
that is important. Crawfish boils are important.
Yeah, I got to make sure that's happening.
Yep, those are important. We can do that.
Then I looked and I realized I already had Ernie and Todd on this page. I was like, dang nabbit, I thought I got away from them.
Such luck.
No. All about the crawfish boils.
Yep. Who's that now?
That's what I'm checking out. Oh, that is Daniel Class. Hello, Daniel.
Oh, Daniel. Hey,
Daniel,
what's up?
but come on, get with the program.
Yeah. Come on, Daniel. Good to see you here. Saw him a few months ago back at OSR.
But why are you coming up as Facebook user?
I think because people are going through your page.
No, he's on the universal
I mean a Facebook user. Trying to hide himself.
So you said you've written a lot of books.
Yes.
What, and you may have said this, and I may have, no offense, may have been picking on somebody. Where, what are your books like about?
Oh, they're paranormal fantasies, werewolves and vampires and fairies and dragons and different realms and stuff like that. So a couple of them are kind of adult themed, and the others are not. So, but yeah, it's like the books are, I think 7 of them are in a series, and then the others, I have one that's called Steamy Fairy Tales. So that kind of tells you where that goes.
So he shared your website earlier. Is that also
I've already lost.
Is your books also on your website?
It's not. I'm actually on Amazon. So they're on Kindle, and you can find everything under Amazon. It's under Mary Lynn Bast.
Have you
Oh,
thought about writing like true stories about the remote viewing?
Yes, I'm actually in the process of getting some stuff together, my notes and everything for that.
That's something I would love to. I can't do that.
Right.
I mean, I guess I can to an extent because my mentor tried to. She's like, "Well, just tell me what you see," and I'm like, "What do you mean tell me? I see my room." And he's like, "No, no, no." And she kind of walked me through all of that, and apparently I got it right, but that's not something that I feel comfortable doing. That's not my forte. But I have not seen a book about it either.
Okay. Yeah, that's something I'm doing my notes and stuff on it. So I'm also doing another story that's going to be a lot of fiction mixed in with truth. So you won't know what's actually true there. So I'm working on that one.
Well, I was actually going to say, with you being a medium, have you ever like had someone want to tell you their story, and that could be you could write their story?
I have, but then it gets to the where they start kind of rambling, and the story just starts not making sense. So I have tried that. So if I can do it in quick little bursts, little short stories, I can do it that way. But trying to tell the entire life story, it doesn't work.
Because that would be kind of a cool thing,
You're kind of getting my
stories from beyond.
Yep. You're getting me thinking on that. Is like I can do a bunch of little short stories and then have someone come back in later finishing up the story. So yeah, that would be cool.
I see what you mean.
Yes, I get part of the proceeds for the.
I'll mention you on the forward.
I'm like, oh my.
That's kind of how I do it, but it's more like it's really strange because I don't. A lot of people have a ritual to connect or a time where they stop and try to connect with somebody. I don't do that, and it's really strange because
there you go, Eileen.
Somebody will send me something and say, "Can you connect with so and so?" And I don't have that answer at the moment, and I'm like, I don't know, but I'll try. And words start coming in that I don't have any clue what they mean. It's not sentences. It's words.
Right.
Or names. I'm like, and I'll tell them that I know what that means. I'm like, I don't know how, because that just popped in my head for no reason. I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't always know what it is. And that's to where, for me on the remote viewings, is like Kim will call me when she's somewhere. And then she'll just say, what am I looking at? And she won't even tell me what she's doing. So I have to kind of figure out what is she doing. And then I'll tell her what I'm seeing. And then she'll kind of tell me where she's at. And then I can expand on it. But yeah, for that, I don't have a ritual that I go into. It's just tapping in. It's something.
And people, it's so weird because people will text me while I'm working. I work 10-hour days. I work on the phones. So it's all inbound calls. So between calls, I'm playing on my Facebook.
Right.
And a lot of times somebody will text me something and I'm like, oh, and my mind is not there. It's between work and there. And I can still, but if I concentrate just on that, I can't do it. My mind has a bunch of places.
Yep. The first thing that pops in your head, that's for me, I say that's my guide telling me what it is. And it's, there's no rhyme or reason why it should be there. So I just say what it is, and it doesn't make sense. And a lot of times I'll do readings and I don't remember what I've told somebody.
Yeah.
Because it's not my words.
I'm glad I'm not the only one that does that, because I've never said anything about that. I'm like, this does not.
Yeah. Well, with what we do, we're around a lot of psychics, a lot of mediums, things like that. I was in New Orleans at a work function, and they had a palm reader who said she was psychic. And so I wasn't going to do it, but of course my entire company's like, Eileen, out of all people, you need to do it. I said, no, out of all people, I don't need to do this. But so they made me do it. This woman is telling me so much stuff. And at the end, she goes, well, are you excited about your reading? I looked at her, I said, I'm trying not to be mean, so please don't ask me questions, because I am the type that's not going to lie to you. She kept asking me in front of everybody. I said, woman, you full of crap. So, like, she was telling me I was going to have more kids. I was like, you mean like grandkids? So she goes, no, you're going to have more kids your own. And then I see you on a cruise ship. Da da da. And then I'm like, woman, I hate the ocean. My tubes are tied. That's, and I mean, she got so mad at me because I mean, she wasn't. I mean, she's one that does it for parties.
Right. Well, and
I mean,
that's
I wasn't expecting her to be real, but when she was trying to portray it, I'm going, okay, no. And then she told this guy, you would not know it was gay, that she could visualize his wife and da da da.
I was going to say, Eileen, originally, if she said that she claimed that you were going to have like more kids and stuff, I would say, I think I now really understand the reason. I certainly now understand the reason why you're still 24.
But I mean, because I'm the only one out of my whole work bunch that associates with legit people.
Right.
So they all were taking it seriously. And then some of the things she said really bothered me to the point that I had to pull some friends aside and say, look, I'm going to tell you, I'm not saying she doesn't have an inkling to be right, but don't take it to heart.
Right.
Somebody was so upset with their reading. I took them upstairs, called some friends, and let them give them readings.
Yeah. And that's where, if for entertainment, and being in Vegas, that's where you get a lot of people saying that they were psychics and they were getting readings or giving readings. And you're required to be licensed in Vegas to be a psychic reader. But
really,
all you have to do is go pay $300 and you're a psychic reader. There's no testing or anything. So they're getting people to pay them for these readings that they have they shouldn't be doing it, is what it is. And so, because it's impacting lives and they're hurting people by doing that and telling this stuff. And I was actually at an event not too long ago, and the person's doing past life regressions. And I'm not
still want to do that.
But sorry.
I still want to have that done one day.
I can actually do it.
It's just the nerve of doing it.
I had one done and I just died laughing because
well, it just depends on what they're doing and how they're doing it. So the person that was doing it, I was watching her with somebody else, and she had the person go under, but the way she was doing it, she was manipulating it, trying to get the answers that she wanted because she was trying to get the person to talk in a sexual way. And it's like, why are you doing that? So it was for her own personal gain. And when she got into one of the lives that actually impacted my friend, and she just brought her out of it and didn't stop, did not close it, did not give her any kind of resolution. And that actually messed with her head for a while. And during this event, she did that with many people. And it's like, there's just no reason. And
I was probably the hobo jumping on to get off the train. And that was probably me.
That's one thing I will not do is I'm very selective because I don't charge for my readings. I don't, because I don't feel I'm good enough for that.
Well, you see, even Lauren. Go ahead, Adrian. I'm sorry.
Even if I did, I that's just not me. That's. I will do it.
Get why people.
Lauren does make a good point, though.
Oh, I do too. Oh, absolutely.
It wears you out.
It does. It takes a lot of your energy, and I do charge, but I'll say that, they'll give me a 30-minute, I'll pay for a 30-minute reading, but I talk to them for 2 hours. And it's something, because if they need something ongoing, I'm not going to stop in the middle of it. It's going to be something I'm there to help, but it does take a lot of energy. And it's something that using that, I don't take advantage of it. I had one lady that was coming to me. She wanted to do a reading every day. And I'm like, why? I was like, but she was going to places in Vegas and paying them. And I said, well, you're getting the answers from me and then you're going to them. They're telling you what you want to hear. I said, I'm telling you what I'm seeing, but you don't want to do this every day. And I was like, they're gladly taking your money. I was like, but I'm not going to. Stop doing that. So I finally weaned her off of going to them every single, her entire paycheck was going to
And that's
It's like
basically kind of like in
gambling.
this case, yeah, it's very much like gambling. That's basically like what Lauren here is saying, that they're only doing it for money. They don't care who it affects.
You
Absolutely.
can tell somebody something and they know it's for entertainment purposes only, but you also got to watch. Even if you are a true psychic or true medium, you've got to be careful of the how you portray the message to someone,
Oh my God.
because what may not sound like a bad thing, like we were saying earlier, it may not make sense to you, but it could really hurt someone,
Angelia.
and someone could hurt themselves because of the
Absolutely.
information they get.
Yes, it can. It's a
That's
major
yes.
impact. So I had one person that I did a reading for, and because I saw so much going on with her, I gave her what I know that she could handle. And then later we became good friends. And later she was
Right.
asking, why didn't you tell me this in the very
Mhm.
beginning? I said, well, if I'd have told you this, you would have killed yourself.
Right. Exactly. And that's what I do. I'm very selective because I've had friends come to me. And of course, I don't know about you, but with me, if I know too much, I can't decipher whether it's
You're too
that
involved.
or whether it's really
It's your
spirit
desires for them.
Yeah, so I don't do that normally. But this one I didn't know that much about, but we were friends. And when she came to me with something, I was like, I told her the outskirts of it and just left it alone because it was such a sensitive subject that I couldn't. And I to this day, she still asks.
Yeah.
And I can't because
Well,
she's
see,
not out of the woods.
that's one reason I don't read tarot. I do Lenormand, even though, because like tarot is all about interpretation of how you see your cards and what you feel and what you see. Lenormand's more, this is what it is.
Okay.
It's got some, what you feel and see in it. It's got some of that, but it's more geared towards, and like I love doing the grand tableau. Have you ever done Lenormand? I love the grand tableau. You use every card in the deck
Okay.
and you lay it out and you follow, like you don't even have to ask a question. You follow like the path line.
Oh, wow.
And you can find someone's love, someone's work, someone's this. You follow the path line. If you really did Lenormand, it could take you up to 10 hours to decipher it.
Wow.
No, thank you.
And I'll do that periodically. Now, sometimes I'll just do a 3-card or 4-card, 5-card pull, whatever. But one day I was actually at a friend's house and I was really new to Lenormand. And her husband's like, I don't believe in this. I don't believe in this. Da, da, da. It was right before we went to Kansas the second time, I believe. So I laid it out, did it. I was like, oh, well, I see the man. So I'm assuming that's your husband. Is going to get a new job. And then I found her line with his line, and it was like, it had the stork, which stork can mean new beginnings or baby.
Right.
I was like, are y'all being careful, like in the bedroom? She goes, oh, girl, I'm not having any more kids. Da, da, da. I'm good. I was like, okay, maybe it's a new beginning because the next thing's a house. So you're getting a new beginning because you're getting a new house, and he's getting a new job, which the next thing was house. So it's all tied in. We go to Kansas. We come back. She calls me the next weekend. She goes, we need to talk. I said, what? She goes, I'm pregnant.
Oh, no.
Oh
And
my
I actually
God.
saw her the other day. And then she goes, and guess what? My husband got a new job offer. He couldn't refuse. So he got a new job. But because we're pregnant, we're having to look for a new house.
Yep.
Oh, jeez.
Yep.
He called me and he was like, I hate you. I was like,
You didn't make that happen. You just talked about it. And that's where I have a friend that was the same thing. And she said, I really want you to tell me. So I told her what I was seeing and she got upset. And then so now she's got to the point to where it's like, she'll call me. I was like, do you really want to know that? Or do you want to hear this opponent? I was like, so I can either tell you the truth or I can just tell you what I see, but not give you all it. I was like, how much do you want? So I let her set the boundaries because she knows what but she also has gifts herself. And that's what I tell everybody, that when you're doing readings for friends, family, or people that are really close to you, it's your wants, your needs, and your desires of what you want for your friends is going to also affect those readings. So you have to really be careful when you're doing those for those people because it may not be accurate. And if they're going on they may not subconsciously know that they're doing what you're saying, but it kind of
Right.
gets it into their head, and that leads them down that path.
Yep.
And you still have free will, so it's more of a guideline that
Yes.
you still can make changes to it.
Yeah.
Well,
And
and
that's
this
a
is
lot of
my-
people.
Yeah, my husband even he calls me one day. He was a truck driver for a while, and he calls me. He's like, "Well, you're a psychic. What time am I going to be home?" So I'm like, "Well, I'll tell you that you can be home at 4:54 p.m. today, but you can either speed up or slow down and impact that time that you walk in."
Mhm.
Well, he forgot that he had asked me that, and guess what time he walked in the door?
No, I can't do that. I cannot do any of that. And nothing
Hopefully he
makes me
didn't work for Yellow Trucking. Sorry if he did.
No, he didn't.
but one of my best friends works for Yellow.
Oh.
But nothing makes me more mad than somebody goes, "Oh," because I don't say I'm psychic at all.
You have ability.
Because then they go, "Oh yeah? So what's the next thing I'm going to say?" Who the hell cares? That's not what we use our energy on. Who the hell cares?
Well, what's funny is when people find out that I do psychic, they'll start looking down, looking away, and it's like, "Sweetheart, I don't have to see your eyes to be able to read you." So it's just funny how they do that.
And
How do you work on shutting yourself down?
So how do I work on it?
Mm-hmm.
I have doors. So if I meet somebody and I don't care for those person, I don't open my doors. So it's something I have double doors, and I'll open this one and kind of say, "Hey, do I want to talk to you?" Okay.
Yeah.
But I always
Right.
keep the protection up. So,
Yeah.
but I can close this door anytime. So if I really like you and I'm okay with you, I open up. But guess what? This one still kind of swings. So that way I'm still protected, and I can close them at any time. So that's how I stay protected.
Like,
see, I don't do
whenever
any of that.
When you get on with us, does stuff try to immediately come to you, or do you automatically have yourself shut down?
It's an automatic shutdown for me until if I start connecting with the person, I can just say, "Hey," I open it up and I can say, "See what's going on with you." But most of the time I keep it closed, because if not, they're bombarding me. If I don't guard myself at night, I wake up and they're there. I've even had it to where a face was right there and I'm like, "Stop." So I had to learn how to do that at night to close it off.
See, and I don't close.
Do
I've
you
never had
find
that
yourself having to take a break from it because it's getting too overwhelming sometimes?
I do, and that's where I don't get on anything. I just stay to myself. I work from home, so I'm at home just with my dog by myself most of the time, and it's a lot of computer work and people with work. But I do have my alone time and just be able to close it off, and I will go take a drive, take a trip or something like that, get out in nature for me to be able just to walk around. I like to go in my backyard barefoot and just to be able to connect and ground again. So that's for me, is just I have to have that downtime by myself. And then I love being around people, but I also like being by myself. So that's where I recharge.
Yeah.
See,
And that's what people always say. If you're that way, then you don't like people. No, that's not true.
Yeah.
I love people.
Yeah.
And I love meeting people. My problem is I meet the wrong people. And instead of that first warning that goes, I'm like, "No, that's me.
I got to give them a chance.
Is that what you did when we met, Adrian?
I was in love the first time you smacked my ass. We're good.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. The more important question is that before or after you grabbed her ass?
Oh, no, I was in love after she grabbed my ass. We're good.
That's the universal hello.
I just wanted to share this comment. I was trying to show this with Lawrence. I guess she needs some
I
explaining.
think Jen took that for her.
Oh, she did. Okay.
I think Jen did take that for her. If not, message me afterwards. We'll discuss that. But I think Jen did take that for her.
Yeah.
And I would be happy to help as well if she wants to.
There you go.
And I will go ahead and apologize to you, because it's almost like every medium I come across, there's normally a female visitor that visits them.
Mm-hmm.
So just I go ahead and apologize. She's
Yep.
goofy.
She's right here.
It's going to be a show when you and Jen meet, Eileen.
Oh, I got both hands ready.
So Eileen, you're seeing my visitor. Who is she?
Is she blonde? No. No, I don't.
You know
Listen,
what's really funny?
I just know that I have someone who goes and visits people
That's
to
funny.
try just annoy them.
Nick, do you still happen to have, or Jeremy, the pictures of my hallway?
I think I do.
The
Let me
red
check
hallway.
Yeah,
the red room.
Well, the whole house, but that hallway, I want to see if she says what everybody else has said, which
While
I
you're
think
showing
maybe
that, I'm gonna go get me a
others
soda.
have said that because they heard others say that. So
I
just
haven't
wanna
heard
get the-
anything, so
Right.
Okay,
And
give
so
me-
I want to get the real.
okay.
Bear with me for just a sec because I'm looking
Okay.
for a Ray.
We're
Are you
fine.
looking for?
We're fine.
Are you
It's
looking
funny
for him too,
because-
Jeremy?
I work from home as well, and I work for Bright Horizons.
Oh,
And so
okay.
we have a lot of team meetings, and I'll be sitting there going, who is that person behind you?
Yep.
And, they all know what I do as
Right.
paranormal investigator, not as anything else. But I'll have them message me during the meeting. They'll be like, do you see anything? No, I do not.
Yeah.
I see your background. That is it. Or,
Right. Yeah,
I'll
if they
get
have
one-
the background, it kind of messes with it. So because it comes in and out.
I just laugh at one of my boss, especially, because
Damn it,
I'll
where
be
the
like,
hell-
hey, sweetheart, it's behind you there. Who's the little
Oh,
lady?
wait, I found them. Here they are.
She's
Okay.
like, no, nobody lives. No.
Yeah, I have one of my coworkers that she'll like call me all the time, and she'll like, I feel something around me. What do you see? And then she'll get on Teams, so I have to look and tell her what she's doing.
Here we
Did
go.
you find it?
Yep.
Okay.
There's like at least 3 pictures you took.
Mm-hmm.
A very
There's different angles of the same hallway.
Okay.
Oh, this is probably the best one.
Yeah.
So first off, I feel a male energy. And it's like he stays in the right corner right there at the before you turn, he's right there in that corner. It's like he kind of goes back and forth. You've got there's 2.
caps.
Yeah, there's these right here.
That's the turn after that corner.
Okay. Because there's 2 that are actually there. One of them is shorter. It's almost like it's a kid.
And then finally, this is the other,
And
the
that's
opposite
the
end from
corner
the-
from that bathroom looking out.
Okay. So up in the attic, are you hearing noises from the attic?
No, because I have so much noise going in the house, I don't hear nothing.
Okay.
I
I
think
try not to.
I think you also think you sent some other interior. Yeah, of the bathroom.
That is the
itself.
bathroom. The reason I sent that is because how the walls are, it makes it look like you feel like your equilibrium's off, but it's really not. It's just the way the walls are.
Right. So what is going on in the hallway?
For me, nothing.
Okay.
But everybody has told me that corner that you're talking about. I've had a few others that say that's a portal. I do not see a portal. I don't feel a portal, but I wouldn't because I'm there every day.
Okay. So I don't see a portal, but I do know that there's a man that's there. And like I said, it's either it's almost like it's a young boy, probably 13, 14 years old.
This house was built in 1908.
Okay. Because
And
when you're saying 1908, I got 1923 for the kid.
okay, so that's when this family bought the house. Our family now bought the house.
Okay. In 1923?
I think so.
Okay.
And it's had 3 generations in it. We are the third. And we're taking care of mom and dad.
Okay.
And they're in their late 70s or mid 70s now. Mom has been talking to people here recently, and I can't connect with anyone, but I do know that her daddy is here.
So is he about 6'3", 6'2", 6'3"? Or
I would
was
say
he?
so. I'd say
Okay.
so.
And he had darker hair.
Uh-huh.
And because I see overalls on him, but
That's
not all the time. But he's wearing the overalls there. So that's him that's in the corner.
The overalls are great grandpa.
Okay.
He never lived here, but he's very, very close to the family. And I think he came home. A lot of them came home.
Yeah.
What was his name?
I do. Baby, what was your great grandpa's name? The one that died of, they said his blood dried up.
So I don't get names all the time, but there's a
Well, no,
George.
Jen said a name.
Blood dried up.
Your grandpa that passed away, that not the one that lived here, the great grandpa that died of the blood dried up. What was his name? He doesn't remember
Was
either.
there
What
a
was your
Peter
dad's
or
name?
was
Or your
there-
grandpa? What was your grandpa's name that lived here?
Charlie.
Charlie.
Was there a Peter or a Margaret? Jen says she's getting many names, but one of them was Peter or Margaret.
Do you know a Peter or Margaret?
And ask about a George.
Or George?
The only Margaret I know is Paula's mom.
Okay, George. You know what? I think that is his name.
There might have been a George, but
I think that might be the one that they on his death certificate, because it's so long ago, it says his blood dried up.
Wow.
He died of old age. He died of old age.
Right.
But there was another uncle here. I can't remember his name, but he died here in our living room.
Okay.
And mom was a kid at that point, and she remembers them undressing him, cleaning him up before the coroner got there, and redressing him.
Well, and two, you used to, and especially back in those days, you used to have the wakes in your living rooms.
Right. Yeah, not here. They did not. Absolutely
they didn't
not. Absolutely not.
See, like my great grandmother, my dad remembers going to her house, and her wake was in her living room.
Yeah. Now, if mom would have told, mom is going back in time here lately,
right?
And after her fall, there was like 2 or 3 hours there that all she talked about was her past and how what nose they had them put their corner, or what corner they had them put their nose in when they got in trouble. And I mean, it was 2 hours of couldn't bring her back from the past.
So is she bedridden now, or is she just mobile just a little bit?
She should be bedridden, but no, she's trying to walk without her cane now that all of her bruises have healed. She's got broken ribs and
okay.
She could barely walk with the cane when I was there.
Oh yeah, she tried walking down the damn stairs the other day. Come get Zach. I'm like, are you kidding me? But yeah, I mean, and I think because of, maybe we don't have it diagnosed yet, but because of the dementia that's happening, and I think Dad is going into it too a little bit, but he's just more funny about it.
Right.
I think people are kind of coming to collect, and more are here.
Yeah, she's got 3 that are kind of hanging with her.
Yeah, for our wedding last year, it was almost a year ago. Just last month, we had more spirits here than we had people here.
Yeah.
And my best friend, she's down here doing readings, and I'm like, my aunts are going, I want a reading. I want a reading. I'm like, you women have got to stop bringing more in here right now, because this is not. But yeah, I mean, upstairs, I work upstairs. I work where you turn that corner. I'm right there.
Okay.
That's also our bedroom.
Okay.
I have no fear of anything here.
And you should. Yeah, there's nothing malevolent or anything
No.
there. It's nothing bad at all.
It feels like family.
Yeah.
And I never knew these people.
Yeah.
But it's family. And we don't have, and Jeremy was here. I don't think he ever got anything bad here.
I didn't get anything. In fact, I think after the first night that I was there, she was asking me if I heard anything in my room. I told her no.
Yeah.
But what she also wasn't taking into account is that I wear hearing aids. And when I go to bed, I take my hearing aids out. I am deaf to everything.
What I wanted to see is someone who would touch him, because since he couldn't hear.
As far as I know, that I did not feel anything.
I've never had that happen either. I have not, but
you've never been touched.
No, I don't think I think when they connect here, it's
Hi,
more,
Mimi.
you know, somebody's there, but they don't mess with you.
Right.
They're just kind of standing off in the corner. But the other day, Mom was, before her fall, she was sitting in the living room and she was I heard her yelling, "Who is back there?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Who are you talking to?" And she says, "The cabinets are banging, slamming, open and shut." And I said, "Mom," she goes, "I'm serious." And she's lucid.
Right.
And I'm like, I said, "Well," she goes, I hollered, and I realized Dad's out front." And I said, "Well, did you ask them what they wanted? Because they're trying to get your attention, not mine."
Right.
It's stopped. I don't know. I said, "Who do you feel like it is?" She said, "My mom." I said, "Okay, then talk to your mom."
Yep.
Because
Well, and that's the thing is most people don't realize all they have to do is ask them what do they want. You know, you're feeling them there. There's no reason to be afraid of them. Just talk to them. That's why they're coming to you.
yeah, and she's not afraid of them. She's really not. She is Catholic, which they were taught, no, you don't do that.
Right.
But you know, she's they had them read their Bible 3 times a week. There was no TV. It was Bible. And that's the way Mom was raised.
Right.
So it's a matter of she's trying to get into another world now, which she understands. Spirits are here. She understands all that. She told me about Dad, when her daddy, when he was up here, when he was dying, he started dancing with her.
Oh, wow.
He didn't dance.
Right.
That man doesn't dance. And that's what you're seeing. And he thought she was his wife.
Wow.
And
so
started
you realize as you're talking about your family, they're all gathering around behind you.
Are they? They're actually pretty, all of them that I have heard stories about. And I have never felt anything, not anger, not anything.
I can't wait to get Scott in that house. See what he gets.
I have a feeling that Scott and Tammy are going to get messed with a lot because they're out of the picture. And so they'll want to talk to them. I can't really connect with them. Now I'll walk by and go, "All right, what is it?" But I don't get an answer. It's just like, "What are you doing?" Because they'll just be standing like off in the corner. And I'm like, okay, so they're making sure everything's okay, whatever. And we've done some renovations. And I don't feel like they have any issues with any of it.
Right.
They're just like, "Oh, so it's changing for the 100th time." Okay.
Right.
Well,
but that red hallway has never changed.
I'll give Mimi credit. She did a walk through the house we're renovating. And there's a weird spot in the living room. And right now it's just a wall. And she's like, "I see a man sitting there." Well, what she didn't know, because we had already moved it, my father-in-law's desk used to be right there, and he never left that chair. He'd turn it to watch TV. He'd look at the computer. He would eat at the computer. Mimi would see him sitting there, but there's some woman in that house, but she's not attached to us whatsoever. So we don't know. And my husband never, no one ever noticed her or heard it, but I'll be on video chat with people and the female walk across the room.
Yep.
You got Lauren's message, right, Adrian?
I did. I'm actually answering her message. Yeah, got it. Yeah, but I am not as sensitive as others are, or as good as others are. So when somebody messages me, I'll tell them what I get. And what's strange is some of them will stay with me.
Yes.
Like it's constant something, just constant. And I'm like, first time I ever did that was a coworker, and she said, "My uncle," I could read pictures. Yep. And she showed me a picture of her uncle, said, "Can you connect with him?" And I'm like, "I don't know." We went back to work. And I'm like, and I said, she was a Hispanic woman. And I said, "Lupita." "I don't know any Lupita, and I don't speak Spanish." And I said, who is that? She goes, oh my God, that's my sister.
Oh.
She goes,
Oh.
I said, no, your sister's name's, I can't remember what it was. And she's like, no, that's her nickname. This is her real name. Okay. So I just kept getting random words through the night. And I looked at her and I said, I'm getting pregnant. Why? She goes, I don't know. Come to find out her sister was pregnant. And then later, so was she.
Oh, wow.
But I told her, I said, you got to get your uncle now because I can't even go to the bathroom without words coming in. So I know he's in there. It's got to go. It's got to go.
That's the one thing I say. Bathrooms and bedrooms are off limits.
Yep.
Those are my off limit areas.
What if it's the most active area of a location, though, there, Eileen? That's my real.
If it's
that's
my
question.
bedroom or my bathroom.
My
mother-in-law, my son, my second youngest was about 5 when my mother-in-law died.
Well,
And she died unexpectedly. And I was like, we had been taking care of her for a week. We've been going back and forth. We knew she was dying, but when she died we expected a couple of months, not a couple of days.
Mm-hmm.
So I had been going back and forth taking care of her house. So I looked at my husband and said, we're going out tonight. So this was 15 years ago. And so I was like, we're going to go shoot darts. So we went and shot darts. We came back. I had an appointment the next day. I took one shoe off. Said, gosh, I don't want this appointment tomorrow. It was a Sunday. As soon as I took my first shoe off, the phone rang. It was 2 a.m. Well, at 2 a.m. that when you got someone in the hospital, especially, that's not a good phone call.
Right.
So, of course, we had to stop by the gas station because I had to get a Red Bull because I figured it was going to be a long night. My husband wanted to get some bubble gum or something or mints because he didn't want his mom smelling the alcohol on him for her last thing to smell because we knew it was probably it. Well, we get to the hospital. What we didn't know is she'd already passed.
oh.
So we get there. Of course, she's still in the bed and all. And I get home. Well, luckily, my dad had my kids because we were going out. So I get the kids home. We're laying in bed. We had been trying to watch Zodiac. And every time we got to watch Zodiac, something happened and we had to shut it off. So we're like, okay. We came home. We're like, we're going to watch Zodiac. My son gets in bed with us. Again, he was about 5. We had a closet kind of in the corner of the room. It was a walk-in closet and the door was open. Well, we had been moving my mother-in-law's stuff kind of into our house. So I had like a row of bookshelves next to it with her pictures on it and her books and all and our books. Well, my son looked in the closet. He goes, Mom, what's that? I said, it's the closet. He goes, no, what's that? It was pointing in, like the door was open, was pointing in the door. I was like, it's the closet. He goes, oh, it's just Grandma. Never mind, Mama. My husband never picked up my son so quick, took my son into his bed, took him back to his bed. I looked at that closet. I said, Lynn, I appreciate the fact that you are watching over everyone, but get out of my bedroom. When we were having adult time, every one of her photos had to leave my bedroom.
Oh my God. Wow.
I couldn't even have her photos in there.
Thanks for sharing that, Eileen.
I said it appropriately, at least. Give me credit for that.
Well, now it's out there, so you can't take it back now. So thanks for sharing. Yeah, we're live now, so there's nothing we can do about it.
He wanted us to have one more kid. It wasn't 9 months later I had another kid, okay?
That would have been, that would have been the moment of saying, there's 8 kids watching, cover your ears.
I said it appropriately. Yeah. Ever since then,
Not enough.
Bedrooms and bathrooms are off limits.
Yeah.
Well,
if they still insist, give them
There's
a shot.
nothing you can do about it because walls don't mean anything to them.
When you're thinking about your in-laws being in your bedroom, things don't go as planned.
Oh wait, Eileen.
No.
Next time you
That's
go
the idea.
Guess what? I just had an idea for you. Next time when you go on an investigation, now you know where you can send Donald, especially to the bathrooms.
Well, if y'all look at any of my photos in my bedroom, there is only photos of my children and me and my husband. There are no other photos.
I couldn't have photos of my children looking at me either.
See, I don't have
yeah.
photos at all in my bedroom, so I don't want anybody looking.
No. I'd look up. Oh, hell no.
How do you think they were created? Okay.
Right?
They don't need to remember that. They don't need to know that.
Grandma's
I
phone
actually
don't-
have all kinds of pictures in my bedroom, but they don't bother me.
I love this comment of Jed's.
See, I said it more appropriately than she did. And
That's
she
a
still was wrong.
first. That's a first.
I
We
don't
have
know.
a
I
filter
don't know
tonight.
Mary Lynn that well to be
Oh.
full Eileen mode.
Oh, you're good.
Okay, so Eileen, here's a heads up. You don't need to know. She knows you already.
She shut it down. Look, I came on. She's like, "Oh, I can't handle this woman. I'm sure the doors are shut."
No, your doors are wide open.
Yeah, they are. Always.
Yep.
Nothing that comes out of your mouth is going to surprise her.
No.
That's why you see me acting the same way I always do. There's no reason. None.
I'm a good girl. I'm a good girl.
I don't know.
We
Do you
already
see
told-
that devil's hand coming up and grabbing your head going, you liar?
My mama always
you
said
know
I'm
what?
a good girl.
You know what? You know what his punishment's gonna be? He'll make you into a blonde.
I got blonde in there too. I can go be blonde in 30 minutes.
Sweetheart, gray isn't blonde. I've tried.
Yep. See, that's why I say the devil will make you blonde.
Look, I keep that stuff in stock. What you talking about?
I gave up. I'm done.
Jed's an angel.
Jen's my angel.
Okay, well, you two can lie to each other. That's okay. That's all good. We all have to have friends we lie to. And they go, bitch, what?
Agent, we already told her what this show is like, and that sometimes even Nick will have to mute himself for a minute.
So far,
Oh, you
I
mean
haven't-
before he calls our guests a dick?
that was
I-
accidental.
We gotta find that clip sometime. Jeremy,
Oh, God
we
damn
got
it.
to find that clip.
I am definitely going to go back and find that clip for sure. Yeah.
Oh,
The sad part is Nick never says anything inappropriate ever on purpose. And I don't remember what we were doing that night, but
I remember he was having a lot of internet connection issues that night.
no, it
you
was not
cannot
me.
blame that on the words he was
No,
saying.
not you. Len was.
Yeah, Len was.
Yeah. And then it was like, well, he's a dick. But it wasn't meant in that context. He wasn't calling him that. It was,
Yeah, he was calling him.
So I told you it's like us all sitting around the living room,
Yep.
having drinks, having a discussion.
Well, you'll have to have me back on because this is fun.
The only thing that's missing is a bonfire.
Yeah, that's
Just
right.
don't go to a bonfire with Shannon Rogers. She'll have you. That's gonna sound wrong. She'll have you pitch in a tent in the snowstorm or ice storm. There was no other way for me to say that without it sounding bad.
It's not happening with me.
Nope, neither am I. See, even Jed agrees.
well, all but little Miss Eileen over here that's too good. We will be sitting in the living room here next weekend, all sitting around having a blast. So,
Yep.
yeah.
You just remind me of something. I had a friend. She didn't like me at first. She's passed away last year, but she didn't like me at first. She told me that her and her husband thought that if it rained, I'd drown because my nose was so stuck up in the air. I was like, I am
What?
so not that person.
No.
I was her
Whoa,
apartment
whoa,
manager.
wait,
I had to be business mode when I dealt with her. But once we got to know each other, she's like, yeah, no, you are so not that person. I was like, yeah, no. At least I hope not.
And speaking of next week, I don't know if we're going to try to do a show or not because I don't know what we're going to be doing.
I'll be making Jello shots. I ran out again.
You always do your Jello shots
for Tuesday and Saturday night.
Make a show out of it then, damn it.
You want to know what darts is really about? It's about the Jello shots.
Well, do
Eileen,
a damn show about it.
Why bother with all that work when it's made for you in a can? Seriously.
Because when you go to a bar, you can't, because it's a beer bar, you have to buy everything there. So if I make Jello shots.
That's true. That's true.
And then, especially with 100-degree heat, I freeze them before going. So I let them just thaw just a little bit. And it's like, it cools you down when you shoot them. And then everybody else is eating them too. So.
Well, and it's a whole lot cheaper than there. Yeah.
I take about 40 of them and they're gone by the end of the night.
Wow.
What?
40
of
them?
Oh, I was going to say, wait, what?
I take them, put them in a little baggie, and
that's what I was thinking too. That
okay. How much
Like,
alcohol is actually in one of those shots?
Well, I mean, it's not a lot in like one shot, but I use in the whole thing. I use a cup of vodka.
Eileen, if you had used like 40 of them and you were on the show, I would have said, all right, Eileen, we're going to need you to step off the show and walk a straight line for us.
No, what we do is just go, click, whoops, her internet went out.
I can't walk a straight line.
No, you would also have to walk a straight line for us live.
The cops man pulled me over one day for a bus or a tag light out, and they asked me to walk a straight line. And I looked at them like they were stupid. I was wearing knee-high stiletto boots on gravel. I was like, are you really thinking I can do this? No one can walk in stilettos. We're in knee-high boots, stilettos, walk a straight line on gravel. No.
You still tried, didn't you?
I did not. I told him I could stand on one foot.
Lauren, say about a certain recipe for a woo-woo shot. What the woo-woo shot? What the hell is that?
Yeah, it's funny just hearing it.
So
what the hell is that though?
My favorite one is watermelon jello. It's the Sonic watermelon with a cup of peach vodka.
You sure it's not watermelon sugar?
Yeah, I was going to ask the same question. I know a few other shots, but I don't know what a woo-woo shot is.
I'm kind of curious to see what a woo-woo shot is. That's funny just saying it.
Okay, maybe I'm not as versed as I thought I was.
I could probably get drunk just saying it.
Is that like the Mondy Racer? Have y'all ever had a Mondy Racer?
No. What the hell is that now, too?
Leave that marriage. It's gone.
There's a reason it's called Mondy Racer. I'm looking it up. Let's see.
A woo-woo shot? Because Lauren said she was going to send it to you, Eileen.
It's vodka, peach schnapps, and cranberry juice.
That's kind
doesn't sound too bad.
Well, see, I gotta take it.
That's quite an imaginary.
Already pre-made, so that makes it kind of hard.
Okay, look up gummy bears. Gummy bears.
Gummy bears.
Trust me, I have, and I've thought of you.
Was it good?
I haven't done it.
Oh,
you know.
You know what, Todd? You love.
Oh my God. Have to. Well, I was going to say though. I mean, the combination what's in this woo-woo shot. I mean, I got to say. I mean, it doesn't sound bad, but that's quite an imaginary. It's quite an imaginary mixture to put in for something like that. I mean, that's really. That's some thinking.
It's called get a couple of drunks together, start throwing some stuff, and see what sounds good.
And look, I had some Hawaiian punch to it too.
The first time I physically met Todd, I wouldn't talk to him because he didn't bring me Starbucks, so he stopped at a gas station and bought me a Starbucks drink.
You know what? I actually,
had to bribe him.
You know what?
No, I just wasn't going to talk to him.
You know what? I actually was thinking you were going to say you met it through a hallucination, like as like a vapor trail or something.
It would have probably been better.
No, because you bitch about his vapor trails.
So, Mary Lynn, this is the taste of what you get with the four of us together.
We go from point A to point Z to point Q.
Oh, we go beyond point Z to the point
And
of no
there's
return.
about to be, between us four, there's about to be two others that add to that mess. Jan and Mimi.
Yeah.
Don't forget Scott. He can.
Yep.
Scott is always quiet around me, so I ain't worried about it.
Because he can't get a word in
runs
edgewise.
his mouth online.
Because he can't get a word in edgewise.
See, and Jen makes a good point.
Maybe.
He may be quiet online, but in person.
No, he's not quiet online. He was quiet in person when I met him.
The rabbit hole.
See, when Jen and I meet, it's going to be like when Chrissy and I meet. It's going to be a big old hugs, grabbing some butt, and act like we've known each other for 20,000 years.
I've known people for a lot of years and never felt the need to grab their butt. But
well, that's a forewarning for you, Mary Lynn, because that's what Eileen will do.
I don't think I've ever grabbed Tides, but I have grabbed Leanne's.
You grab me, Jeremy's.
If you grab the wife and not the husband, it seems a little better than grabbing her husband's ass while she's standing there. Yeah.
Well, probably because he's so short I couldn't find it.
And then we have another one in the group. He's said hi and bye, but we have another one in the group that likes to hump people's legs. Well, he's also the size of a midget. Oh, that's all he can do.
What is he, 4? Is he 4'2" or 4'1"?
I thought he was 5 something.
I think he's 5. He's 5'1".
5'1".
I was trying to give him I'm trying to
I'm not trying to be mean, but I actually thought he probably would have been at least like Danny DeVito's height or something.
His motto is "Have leg, will hump."
Yeah, he will. Yeah, he will.
But he is so much fun to be around.
He really is.
He is awesome.
I call him, like video call him if I'm out drinking or something. Hey, what are you doing? Yeah, that's Dottie.
Eileen punches. Of course, what Todd said, Eileen.
Throat punch.
Eileen punches and kicks, so who does the slap?
So what else is there? Someone else that can do something? Because we got
Why
two
are
people.
We being violent. We were talking about humping legs. Nobody needs to be violent.
I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying anything.
Why is your
probably
Bluetooth
for the
talking?
best?
Yeah.
I understand that. I want to know why it's connecting to shit when nothing's here and it's still talking shit.
Guess what? I'm going to be making a trip to Natchez soon because I am bound to determine I'm going to run into Al Pacino.
Grab his ass. Have fun with that. Okay, this has got to go.
Yeah, I just heard that too.
I heard it.
Is that the Alexa?
What is that?
I'm gonna beat your ass.
See? Now who's talking violence?
It's the kid. He did it.
So see, you talk about us. Now you screaming violence.
Oh, I will beat this boy's ass.
Well,
he's an angel. He has never given me a reason to do anything.
See, Ty's just lucky that when he was sleeping, I didn't go and just stick a pillow over his face.
Oh my God. That's
We are no longer going anywhere. She is overnight.
I didn't do it. It's the point.
And you know what?
But you're letting us know you thought things like that.
I tried to sit the dog on him, but the dog just wanted to lick him to death. That didn't like
Hey, Brad, where are you at?
We were at my sister's house.
I was gonna go on, Eileen.
We were at my sister's house, and I really thought about that pillow, but then I tried to get the dog, but the dog would only lick him to death. And then he tried to kidnap the dog.
Well, and Adrian, I was going to say all this talk about violence of you also did bring up about violence against Brad.
Yes,
Well, that's
see?
normal.
Yeah, I know that's
Completely
normal though. That's normal.
Yeah, and have you noticed? I hope he's not on here. We have not heard Alexa in a very long time.
Well,
I wasn't going to do it because I think
Lauren
Mary Lynn
said something,
has
but
hers on.
Yeah, I have it right next to me.
Lauren said something, but that's she's making a point though.
Yeah, and this is where Brad needs to be in the conversation
Yeah,
because
where
he
the
will
hell-
always start off a show by yelling her name
It's
out.
it's at this moment where I'm even thinking to myself, damn it, where the hell is Brad when you need him?
What? What?
Oh, your cat is back.
What? Yeah, she was clawing at the door. What, baby? Mwah.
Oh,
Is
kitty.
that evil one?
No, this is Ziva. This is Ziva. Did
Oh.
you
That's
just
the evil one.
I was trying to go
She
solo.
looks at the camera and goes,
look? Say hi.
Go ahead, Jeremy. Go ahead.
yeah, see, watch her say, hey. It's like, screw you, put me down.
Yeah, this is Queen Bee.
How old is she?
About 9,
Okay.
9, 10, something like that.
Because again, she looks so much. She looks so much like my cat I have here, but she's actually older. She's 14.
And Jen, I've got one in every room too. I had to actually remove some because to me and my rooms are more open, so they were all going off.
We have one
Look,
down
just put
here,
her butt in your face, just for
one in
you.
the bedroom, and then we gave Dad one.
Oh, yeah.
And his is hilarious. He'll go in there and go, hey, Lexi.
She does have a long tail. And look,
We
her
have
tail's
some
shaped like a
never
question mark. You guys see that? It's like her
I saw that.
tail's like a
I see
question
her
mark shape. You got a question?
behind.
So she's sticking her booty in Adrian's face.
Okay, there's some things
There
we
you
don't
go.
need to see. I will put a squirt bottle up that ass.
She making fun of my baby.
Oh.
That's when you take a squirt bottle and go,
You know what? Oh my God, that is funny you said that, Adrian, because actually I got 2 cats. The other one likes going outside a lot. And my dad has done that a few times to get her back inside the house.
oh,
I've got one of my black ones likes to go outside. He's gotten better, but I got one that we've had for about 6 years, if not more. And they were all rescues. They all found us. And she's kind of a little special. She's still real skittish. Her eyes are crossed. She looks a little Siamese in the face, but she's black. But where are you going?
We have been at this for 2 hours now, but there is something I do want to showcase before we wrap up, and that is actually on Mary Lynn's side. I am curious about the dream catcher that you have behind you with the.
Is that a tree of life?
Yes. It's a tree of life, and then I just have a wind chime that has crystals in them.
Okay.
So, yep, I have.
I like the curtains. It's all the chakras.
Yes.
I like that.
Thank you.
That's really cool.
So, just as in case anybody else, we all have a bunch of mutual friends. So, just in case anybody else has Tony Watts on their Facebook, he's been hacked.
Oh.
He tried to scam me just now, and I just laughed. He said, have you heard the good news? I said, what, that you're a hacker and you just happened to meet the person that works for the government? Thanks for your IP address. Delete.
Well, and that's happening to so many people right now. And like I said,
know.
the two authentications is not even working.
Mm-mm.
Well, I mean, who would have thought Sean, of all people? Sean doesn't mess with anybody. He doesn't.
They don't know who they are. Like the
stays to
one who got
himself.
me was from Vietnam.
Uh,
But he kept telling me someone from Vietnam was trying to log in.
I'm still monitoring Sean's old page because people are messaging for him, asking for things and saying, prayer requests, whatever it is. And so I will screenshot and send it to him so that he can still do what he needs to do before I shut that page down.
So,
Yeah, I
so
got
you still have access
Always
to
in
it?
timeout.
Yeah, I do. Yes.
I was say because I lost all access.
He did too. I have access to the page because they didn't take me off as an admin when they took over the page.
See, and I went through and made sure, like I called Jeremy and said, wanted to make sure he had that account completely removed. Because I had to make phone calls first to, try to, for anyone who had me on as admin on any, not admin.
Yeah, she was on so many pages. I had to work hard that day.
But I mean, that was funny. I found out I was like, I messaged Jen. I was messaging people, hey.
Yeah. What's funny though is, Zach and I do his show. Zach does his show now. I used to. But what's funny is the person that hacked it put his name as Zach King.
Zach King.
Zach King. But he spelled it wrong. They spelled it Z-A-C-H instead of Z-A-K. And I'm sure Sean had some questions like, what the hell? His producer's name's Zach. And this just happened. So, yeah, I mean, it was pretty bad for a minute.
Wow. That's kind of the dangers of hacking, unfortunately.
Yeah. But before, it used to be just a lot of people's accounts being cloned. Now people are getting full on actually hacked.
Yeah. Knock on wood. Nobody wants my damn account because I'm too controversial. So nobody wants my account.
I was laughing because like they jumped on like the things group chat and was wanting people to pay them so they wouldn't. I'm like, hold on, you're jumping on a group chat that has like 100 people. You really think something extremely private is going to be on that chat? Come on.
They don't know. They're just trying to get money however they can. I had a lady message me today, and it was so funny because I don't have Medium or anything else on my Facebook. I do on my TikTok, and I don't do readings from TikTok. I just have it on there and Paranormal Investigator Medium, and that's it. Just so our paranormal friends know who it is because it's not under my name. And this lady messages me today and goes, "Can I ask you a question, sis? I was drawn to your page." And I'm like, here we go.
Oh, no.
I see that you finally started getting active on TikTok again.
Yeah, I see this. She says, "May I ask you a question, sis?" And I said, "Sure." She says, "Well, have you ever had a private reading?" I'm like, well, I said, "Yeah, a lot of my friends are psychic mediums. So yeah, I actually have." And she's like, "Well, I feel drawn to you and there's something I really need to block." There's nothing you need to tell me. Block.
I've gotten to where, especially if it's like guys, they keep coming, like just doing stupid stuff, like saying not perverted, but just keep on and keep on. I'm like, I'm done with you. And I'm not trying to be mean, but I'm like, I'm not on here for a date. I'm not on here for whatever.
I don't even try that anymore. When they say, "Are you married?" You obviously didn't read my profile. Delete, click, goodbye.
Yep.
No, we don't play this.
Nope.
Well, like I said, I went through and I don't have anything showing on my page anymore. I don't have, I don't even have my paranormal, that I'm in the paranormal. I think it's just as blank can be.
It's really sad because I've had this since 2009.
See, I had my account in 2007, lost every picture.
Right, and that's what I'm worried about. So I'm going to back all those pictures up.
It does have an option. And the funny thing is, when all this first kind of started, I almost did it, but I was scared by doing it. Would I give them access to something else?
Yeah.
So it kept saying, "Would you like to back up your account?" So sometimes it makes me wonder, is it in-house with Facebook?
Yeah. You don't know. But I'm going to back them up. Like, I'm going to send them all to my email, and I'm going to back them up that way. Because, 2009, that's a long time ago.
Oh, yeah.
Those are kids.
I mean, 2007 is when my son was born.
Right. So, things like that. The only place they are is on Facebook, and I thought that was always safe.
And
Well,
that's what
not anymore.
that's what I thought too. Now, of course, I do still have some of them I put on a thumb drive and all, because when my second youngest was born, that's right when digital cameras started coming out, and I had it all on my computer. The my hard drive crashed, and that was before all the backups that they have now, and where you could back it up on CDs and all that.
Mhm.
And I lost every one of my baby's baby pictures.
Oh, shit.
Oh my God.
Jen, honey, there's a fetish for that.
Jen,
Sweetheart, it's your damn feet. You can make money off of it. It's feet. It's not private parts. Just do it.
but Jen, I like your feet.
Would you pay money?
Never
for
mind.
It?
Don't do that. Never mind. Never mind.
Would you pay money for it though?
I just checked out my Facebook. I had mine since December of 06.
Yeah,
oh
I think
God.
I had mine. Yeah. The only reason I got mine is my son kept getting on Facebook, and I was like, okay, I've got to monitor him. He was like 12 years old, 13, whatever. I'm gonna, I'm gonna monitor him. And then it got to be where I started adding my family, and because most of my family's up in Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
So my mom's side, so I don't get to talk to him much other than being on Facebook. But now I'm getting phone calls. Why did you block me? Why did you unfriend me? I didn't. I promise you.
Oh, my feet pics out.
So I was wrong. It wasn't 2019. It was 2009.
Yeah, I've had mine since 2009 as well, and that was actually still right around when I was still in high school.
And there's things I want to keep. Yeah, no.
Well, see, luckily I also got into scrapbooking for a while. So I took a lot of pictures off of Facebook and put them on thumb drive and print them out to old school scrapbook them.
Yeah, so I think we need to go back and look at some things, because I just looked at this, and apparently I posted something, human psychology and relations. I don't post shit like that. I don't know where that came from.
We were just talking about you earlier.
See, I'm really surprised that I haven't been hacked, but then again, it might also be because I'm always logged in all the time. I mean, I don't know if that fully
I'm
prevents
always
any
logged
hackers.
in too. We were literally on a live, and I was getting the message. If you remember, I was trying to figure it out.
I think it was I don't know if it was Lauren or if it was somebody else. What they suggested that I should change my password real soon, because that does make it difficult for some hackers.
I kept changing my password.
Actually, the safest thing to do is to change your email.
It wouldn't let
know
me.
About what? Brad, what?
It wouldn't let me change. When you told me that when we were live, it wouldn't let me change my email.
Yeah.
I might actually try to change my password later tonight.
And Jen, do I get my pictures for free?
I think except for the Abby. The last thing I posted that was real that I posted says, ladies don't spew profanities. We take our time. We enunciate them clearly. Now, anybody knows me knows that stuff I'm going to post. What were you talking about earlier, Jeremy? You said you were talking about me?
Huh?
You said you were talking about me earlier. What happened?
Oh, I'm looking at your profile right now, Agent. I don't see anything that you would not normally post.
Well, that relationship thing is just no. Whoa, who are you?
Was that a good whoa? Or
What?
I don't know this person.
Is it a
But
hacker?
we're apparently friends, so who knows? I've got people messaging me for absolutely no damn reason. Hey, how are you? The fuck?
That's the hacker, usually.
Oh, no. Yep. These are people that have been on my friends list for a long time, and I have no idea why. But I give everybody a chance unless, like...
Yeah, once you... Man, I remember one time right when the video chatting came out, like, people that weren't even friends, because I didn't have it on lock as much as I did once the film came out. I mean, I went on lock bad. Yeah, and people would guys would call at 2 a.m. wanting to video chat. I'm like, as soon as you try, I'm like, block,
Yeah,
block.
absolutely. And I don't know what makes somebody so comfortable to say, "Oh, I don't know this person, but I'm going to try to call them."
Yeah.
Yep.
The hell?
And like I said,
Right.
I'll be friends with you all day long, but if you just keep on and keeping on, and I'm just like trying being short, and I live, in 5 miles away from where I live, or I'm like, no. Yeah, and Jen, I learned this thing called silence on your phone.
Yeah.
I learned this thing really fast.
Yeah, that's the scary part though, because when I do that, then like my kids need something in the middle of the night, or they're calling me and I miss the call that their
See, I
house
can
was on
change it on my
fire.
notification where the phone will come through, but all the notifications and like anything from Facebook is
Yeah.
silenced.
You
Yeah.
can set them as an emergency breakthrough as well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to do that. I'm gonna have to learn that.
Yeah, you can do a do not disturb and do it where just certain ones can come through.
I'm gonna have to do something, because the last time I put it on silent like that, my oldest daughter's house burned down, and
Well-
she was trying to call.
Here you go, Eileen, for Jen.
That's what I was telling her. I'll just silence it because I love her, but not at 2 a.m.
I don't love nobody at 2 a.m.
I don't even know if I
Not
love
even
my
my
kids
husband.
at 2 a.m.
No.
Brad, the reason we were talking about you is because Adrian's Alexa was actually going off.
No, it wasn't. It was the Bluetooth speaker. It kept saying connected, Bluetooth connected.
Oh.
And then it said Bluetooth disconnected. Come to find out, it was our boy that was trying to connect his switch.
And Brad, Jen's already one up on you. She's got my number. Boom.
So who can share? Oh, I got you, Brad. I got you. For once, I'll be nice to you. I got you.
That's what I said. Jen's already got it.
Not hard to find it.
No, I thought Brad was going to try to call. Okay. I want to be a Brad caller.
We are 15 minutes over, folks.
Yeah.
Of course we are, because we run our mouths way too long.
I actually
I would like to
did
say,
one.
whatever
Go ahead.
y'all pray, whatever you do. I did have a dear friend pass away today, so pray for her family. It was a quick illness, but it was a painful one, so it was kind of good that she went. But keep her family in your prayers.
There is absolutely nothing ever, whether it's expected, whether it's quick, there's nothing ever good about it for those of us that are left.
No, but she was suffering.
There is actually I'm trying to find that post right now. It was, I don't know if you guys know
a friend who has a birthday today.
Yeah, and on a positive note, if you know Parathug, message Beth Allen, blow her phone up. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, sweetheart.
Happy birthday. I do have one message too. It's not trying to make it go back to being depressing, but do any of you guys know she's an investigator? Do any of you guys
Oh my
know
gosh, Lauren.
Who?
Do any of you guys know who Katie Hopkins is? No,
I don't.
She's came out to a few. She's been out on a few Paracons. I don't know if she's done any lately, but she did come out from for Haunted Road Media Paracon down in Alton, Illinois, a few years back. She's good friends with Vanessa Hago. I think she's from she's in Oklahoma. I'm not sure. I just found out yesterday that she had suffered a massive heart attack. Now she hasn't passed yet. She hasn't passed away, but of course, since I've had the opportunity of meeting her, and if knowing that she's still struggling, she's going to need all the help and prayers that she can get for her recovery. She's been on a few of the older paranormal television shows too. I think she was on My Ghost Story at one point. So she's kind of she's a good friend of ours. So yeah, she could use all the prayers that she can need right now in her recovery.
We also have a good friend of ours, which I'm not going to name any names, but that had somebody pass away. Yeah.
That's messed up.
That's AOL. I remember things like that.
Thanks,
but she had somebody very close to her pass away, and she is of course, he's He's gone. But she is having a very, very hard time dealing with life right now. Like she's on a teeter. So we just kind of need to keep her uplifted as much as we can, because it's like one of those things that you never know how it's going to go.
Right. Also, again, just like Eileen, I mean, on a more positive note, one final thing I just wanted to address. This is actually something for more, and I wanted to show you guys that vase that
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah, it's actually a video. So here's the vase. Check it out.
Oh wow,
It's pretty.
Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
Very
I kind
pretty.
of like that it's kind of psychedelic.
Yeah.
It has a very psychedelic look to it.
that's a really good job.
Lauren,
Woo.
that's awesome, sweetheart.
Very pretty.
Was it dipped?
She also sent me another image of one of her other paintings that she did. This is I think this is her most recent one. Just gonna wait. Oh wait, the video's already just replaying.
So Eileen, they
She didn't want to
usually
dice.
upside down and pour it over the top. Oh, that's cool.
And then she
That's
also
awesome.
I hope you're putting something over to protect it so that it
Seal.
Yeah.
Doesn't wipe away, wash away.
yeah. She
Brad,
also
you
sent me
damn straight. You damn
also-
straight I did it.
she also sent me this earlier this week.
I love that.
that's really good.
If
And
you can
I'll-
send me that, Nick, I think Zach would love that.
Oh my
Oh,
God!
that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Well, Lauren is going to be selling her paintings, so you'll
Send
actually
that
have
to
the
me.
yeah, definitely. And also on a more horror film note, and funny, Marianne, since you showed us that REM pod, she also had made this as well.
I love
Oh,
that. I did. I love
That's
that.
cool.
She added to it since last time I've seen it, but
Yeah,
I
there's
love
more.
that.
I think this is the completed version of it.
She says, "Show the skull."
Yeah, those
oh,
are beautiful.
oh yes, the skulls. This is my favorite.
I
one
watched
so
the
far.
progression of those, and that is
Oh, that's
just
cool.
amazing.
That's probably my favorite.
That could actually be a tattoo.
Yeah, it can.
Yeah, let's not. Let's not do that.
And you know what? It would actually be better as a patch.
To go on the vest.
Yeah, that would be okay. That's much better. Yes.
You got plenty of room on the back of that vest.
Yeah,
We do
but
nice, uplifting tattoos, not remembrance of death.
I have
So
a skull patch.
since
though.
you're sharing good news, I got some good news of my own. I finally finished writing my third novel.
I saw
Yes,
that.
I
thought
saw
you were gonna say
that.
you were pregnant, but I saw
Finally
that.
finished it today.
That's
I didn't think it was going to
fantastic.
take this long to write it, but that story had a lot to say.
Oh, and also Lauren wants the credit if you get a tattoo or patch of that.
Just put her
Oh,
name
baby, I
under
got
it.
something to send you.
And what else? Oh yeah, to answer your question, Jeremy, because she was asked, it was pour painting.
No, that was Eileen's question.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
my-
Eileen's. I'm sorry, yeah. So you got to congrats here.
Yeah.
But Marilyn,
you know
it was
what?
so great meeting you. I hope we
you
didn't
did?
drive you crazy.
Oh, not at all. This was fun. Adrian,
Well,
I sent you 2 pictures of the couple paintings that I've
I
done.
just sent that to him.
I'm
And I was
gonna say,
like,
send it to Nick. Yeah.
Brad, I will get that painting of Lawrence, turn it into a patch, and put it on the back of my vest before that roach patch ever gets on.
Hey, show us
You're
Mary
getting
Lynn's.
You know where I live.
I can't show it.
I'm talking to Nick, but he's not listening.
Wait, show me where. Wait, who
She
where
sent you
lives?
some photos of
No,
Mary
I
Lynn.
messaged it
No,
to Adrian.
Okay, I'll send them to you, Nick, real quick.
Oh
Oh, I
God!
thought you did.
What? I don't know what I'm being sent.
See, listen,
Ooh.
listen, Linda, listen.
Something just came across my- Nick, I got something for you. Have you seen? You have Netflix, right?
Yeah, we got Netflix.
So there was something that just came across my screen that said it was called Poisoned. It's the truth about your food.
Oh God! Don't even remind me.
You didn't watch that, yeah.
Don't
I don't care.
even
I like
remind me.
food. I'm eating it. I don't give a shit. I ain't no.
Yeah, because after what you guys told me last week, I quickly forgot about it.
Oh, you mean like how hot dogs are made and how dog food is made and
You know
how
what?
abscesses go down the meat?
And
Yeah.
that doesn't matter because I don't even eat hot dogs.
And he doesn't eat dog food anymore.
But he does eat beef, and we know how beef works now, don't we, Nick?
Yeah.
Right, did you get the photos, Nick?
And
Oh,
Nick,
let's see.
just remember, we're going to be driving right by a very stinky old cattle farm when we get to 18.
Oh, you have no idea. Every Wednesday, you're going to be here on Wednesday night. Every Wednesday, they burn the blood. The
They
whole
burn
town
it?
smells wonderful
Why
I
do
was
they
like,
burn?
no,
Wait,
with
why,
the
I
dog
sent you
food
2 more,
factory.
Adrian.
why do they burn it? Like, why do they burn blood?
because they have to. Whatever they don't use in the dog food rots, they have to.
We have a dog
Oh
food
my
factory in Powell
gosh.
that does it on Tuesdays when we're shooting darts.
Oh my God, Adrian, these pictures. Okay, now I can see how.
Well,
that
can
is-
we see them, Nick?
Oh,
yeah,
no.
you're damn right. I'm going to show them right now. Hang on one second.
Oh no, look at the last two too.
Oh wait, hang on a second. Damn,
I
hang on.
mean, do we
Oh
have
my
like this
God.
fence on purpose? Do I need a?
All right.
Isn't
Hold
that
on.
something?
Yeah, hang on, guys. Bear with me for. I exited out of my Facebook. I got to go back. You guys
Drum roll.
got to see
You know
this.
better.
Oh my God, that is amazing. Lauren, I know is definitely going to love this. Okay, what the hell happened? Why am
You know
I?
what's
Oh my
really
gosh,
cool
Nick.
is like artists that appreciate other people's art. That's amazing.
So the first one that I sent over, the one that's kind of laying down, that's actually a tabletop that I'm doing for Sacred Mountain. So I'm doing it's a pour, and then I'm doing hand painting over it, and then I'll do resin on top of that.
Oh my
Ooh,
god.
resin. I
I do resin.
Yeah,
I do resin. I hate messing with resin though.
my
Gosh.
husband does the resin part of it. I do the painting.
I make like Ouija boards and I have molds is what I do.
I do that
don't.
too, but it's just, gosh, if you don't get that mix right,
Yeah,
It's not that hard to get it right, half and half.
it's half and half.
okay, this is coming from
Okay.
someone who doesn't measure stuff when they cook. Okay,
Okay.
That's me.
Half. You have to measure this. Half.
You have
I
to.
know, but
Well, that's
it's
why
so
my
hard
husband
to
does it,
measure
because I would be
you get
doing this.
eyeball.
All right. So
I've done that before and it bends like this and it'll never harden. I'm like, okay, I'm done. Let's try this again.
all right. So okay, Lauren, I'm sure she's still watching. You got to see this. Check this out.
I love that.
That is
cool.
awesome.
So
We're-
that's
we're-
the one I'm doing for Sacred Mountain, and like I said, it'll be a table. And I just finished it, and those are real dog tags that I had
Yeah.
made.
Wow.
So they'll be in the resin.
That's cool.
That
That's
is- that is just seriously amazing.
Thank you.
And then these two especially. Let's check this out.
I like
Ooh.
that.
So
Nice.
that one is also a tabletop, and that does not give it justice. When you really see it in person, there's gold sparkles through it, and I have a resin on top of it, and I love it. So that one's mine.
Oh,
It's like 3D.
God.
That's
Yes.
mine. No one else can have it. That's mine.
So the background is a pour, and then I just did the hand. But if you can't really see the definition on that one, but I have it to where, actually I made it to where now it looks like he's standing on a ledge. So I need to probably send you that picture instead.
That's kind of what it looks like now.
Sure.
Well, I defined
kinda
it even
does.
more. So let me see if I can find that.
And then this
Oh, Rich,
and while
you're
you're
still
looking,
here.
And
while
then
you're
you
looking
have
for that,
one
then
more.
here's the other one. This one is just I
Oh,
cannot
wow.
believe the amount of colors that were put into this. That
So
is
it
just
looks like a
That
cross
one had to
between
have
a
taken a lot of
peacock, a
I'm like,
phoenix,
yeah.
and the chakra colors.
It
To
was
me-
the chakra, but I was trying to do the phoenix with the chakras. And that one actually, I did 15 layers of colors,
Oh,
and it's
wow.
in person. You can see the 3D on it. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm just speechless at this
Those are
painting.
beautiful.
Thank
Okay,
you.
so next show, I will draw my stick figure and we can all awe at that, okay?
Well, my arm on stick figures are always bent. I can't even draw a straight line on a stick figure.
So I sent you
Hey,
the wolf one with the more definition on it.
And see, and Lauren for her painting ideas, they usually come
Oh
to her in
my
her dreams.
gosh.
I get those in
Nick.
my dreams as well.
Show this, Nick. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
I didn't think that could
Okay.
get better, but
Well, I'm looking at. I should say this, Marianne. You and Lauren should be basically business partners when it comes to all these paintings because you both do it so well. Oh, wow. Okay, yes. Okay, I gotta show. I don't even know what to say about this one either. Oh my God. Look at this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because I went in and just did a little definition on it. So
I was about to say that made it look a lot more vibrant.
Yes.
I come as a dog barking in the background.
Boy, you really went 3D on this. They just barking at us.
Man, this painting's so real. Fake barks too to it. But I love
she put a
also
voice box underneath it.
Right.
That is next in the future with technology, paintings that talk to you.
oh, let's not. Let's not. Leave it to the imagination.
It's inevitable.
I've got a bunch of vases that my husband has given me throughout the years with flowers, and I'm actually got one right now. I'm doing the starry nights on it.
Oh, that's cool.
what I like about this, like in this case, I like how there's kind of a shadow in the foreground. That wasn't like that in the. Here's the original. It wasn't.
There was
yeah,
a
that's
little
not
bit,
present
but
in the
nothing
original,
like that. Yeah.
Well, what's really good is the way that you added the fur to the
it adds more detail to it.
Yeah. So that's what I was trying for, just the definition. And like I put on you can't see it there, but on the sun part of it, I did just a little bit of sparkles. So if you move it just right, you see those sparkling through. But then the gold in the yellow part of it, it's just, I love it. So
I wouldn't
have
be
a
surprised
friend
if you made it to where if you move it, it looks like it's looking at you.
Yeah, I know,
it
right?
actually does, because of the way the sparkles do, because of the gold. It's metallic gold in there, and just the way it does, it makes it look like it's moving with you.
Is it frozen?
Frozen?
No, this. It's frozen.
Yeah, I was going to actually tell you, I'm going to have to go because I've got to eat because dinner got made, and I wasn't.
Okay, so if you or
I'm good,
Lauren,
Brad. I don't need a
if
roach
one
one.
of y'all do a roach one, Nick, Brad, shut up. Nobody pulled your little chain, little man. Nobody pulled your little chain. If either one of y'all can do Northern Lights, I have a friend who's having a baby.
Yes.
And that's all she wants is Northern Lights, and I do not know how
I think we might
to make that for her.
Hang on. I think she's gonna bring us something.
She wants it out of resin, and I'm like, I can put a little dots on there, but that's all I can do.
She may already be a. Oh my God! Wait, let's zoom in on that. Wow!
Is that one for sale?
Yes.
Message me.
Okay.
You know, what's funny is right when you said that, I've got my television does a bunch of photos as a background, and actually, when you said that, that was the background photo on my television. That was weird.
You should get if you get
I'm
that.
sending all these things your way. They can stay with you tonight.
If you get that,
having some impeccable timing on stuff tonight.
I am done with them for the next weekend. Just they can stay there.
Right. Well, I'm just to head off because my stomach's growling. I'm not eating hamburgers in my bed.
Hey,
I need to get off too. My dog's here whining. He's ready for his nightly treat.
Okay, so let everybody know where they can reach you, where they can find you, and also do one more plug of the.
Well, can we do the outro video of that?
Yeah, do the video again before we go. Before the outro.
Yeah, I'll play it again before I do the other one.
Okay. So for me, you can reach me on Facebook. My name, Mary Lynn Bast. For my art, I am in the process of still updating my website, but you can get me at Art by Mary Lynn. But I also have my own personal website is intuitivetouchworld.com is where you can find my services, and because I do chakra balancing, spiritual guidance, readings, and stuff like that as well. And then for Sacred Mountain, that's where we're doing the event for the Spirits of Deadwood. That is sacredmountain.org. It's it's cut up. So once you watch the video and see the flyer, you'll see that. So
Awesome. Thank you so much for coming on tonight.
Absolutely. I had so much fun and
family.
Would love to come back.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so
we will.
now you're just like, you know how we act. This is us.
And I know for a fact,
I'll jump on when I can.
I promise my husband is a lot more PR than I am. So,
and I definitely know for a fact that Lauren. I definitely know for a fact Lauren's going to add you on Facebook since she does these paintings herself. So I could picture it already.
Would love to talk to her.
She's awesome. We love her.
So, but yes, definitely thank you for having us on and actually, pushing for Sacred Mountain. And I'll talk with your husband more about that as well.
Yes.
All right. So next week, I don't know if we're going to do a show or not. Because Nick and I are going to be over at Adrian's, and I don't know what we're going to be doing at 6 o'clock her time.
We might do like an hour show or something. I'm off that day, so we might do like an hour show or something.
You know what? Lois was actually talking to me. See, I'm not sure why, but we didn't do to the Gravenback earlier today. I'm not sure what's going on, but we were actually talking at one point. She said it would be kind of cool. We kind of talked how cool it'd be to be on her show for a few minutes, like just to make a guest appearance on her show.
Tell her she can have you for 10 minutes, and that is all, because you're halfway across the country, and no, sir. That's all she gets.
We love you too, Lauren.
And we also got to figure out where we're going to be at such and such times, too.
Oh, here you go. See?
Right here in this basement. That's where we're going to be.
I keep her thing there so I can get her name.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. She's amazing little lady. She really is.
I will send you a friend request.
Very big supporter for us too. And she's definitely she's also part of the family.
Good. Very much so.
And of course, and I probably said this before, she's also my adopted mom.
Speaking of your mom, did you give her my number?
I thought I might need it again. I thought I had it before, but
I will send it to you. She needs the updated number before she works my ass.
I'm about to say, hey, which number?
There's, you know what? There is only, that's one woman I ain't gonna tangle with.
And also, I just heard back from Lauren. I just looked at her message. Speaking of which, saying she says that your art is better than her. She said she's actually jealous of you.
Oh, no. Everybody's is good.
It's all good. Way. I love it all. There's no better than I
better.
love
There's not.
No, there's no better.
When Scott and I pick up Nick, I will make sure they have your number.
Oh, yeah, so I'll
make your request.
Yeah, and
that woman will come cross country. I promise you. Nah, That's one woman I ain't tangling with.
And also, Jeremy, I'm sure, speaking of art, something tells me already that you'll send your own work of art to everybody of me sleeping in the car like last time.
Oh, we're going to send pictures of everybody sleeping when we catch them.
Yeah. Payback. You know what, Nick?
Yeah,
That's part of the game.
We taking pictures, Nick. Don't worry about that. We taking pictures.
At least we're not going.
You gotta do the hand up in the air.
All right, y'all. Let's let everybody get to their stuff tonight.
You guys, thank you for playing along. I am going to play the video that she made for Spirits of Deadwood, and then we will go off the air. So,
awesome.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you for being on the show tonight. And we will see you guys next week, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night, y'all.
The IED that blew the truck was a 20-pound propane cylinder packed with explosive. We ended up losing, that was Wahlberg.
A young guy was just bleeding out. We tried everything. He ended up dying. No.